What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dom. Sorry to be creepy. I know it's Halloween, but sorry to be a creep. But I'm back. Week 11, no, 10. Week 10. Sorry. Yeah, a little creepy there, but let's get back to normalcy here. You know what I'm saying? Let's calm down. Oh, we're back in the house, man. How's everybody feeling? It's nice to be back. Match week 10 roundup. I usually do this on a Sunday, but yeah, my wife decided to take up an extra shift, the 6th shift for the week. So yeah, I couldn't do the live stream. I wanted to do it when I'm free. I could stretch my hands. I could be here, in person and not like slumped down over there in the corner with my boy Liam. And it's just just nice to be back, man. You see what I mean? It's nice to be back live. I haven't been live since about Thursday, I think. So it's nice to be live again to talk to you guys directly about the league we love the most. The Premier League. Let's talk. We got a lot to go through, man. So I got to get it going. We got a lot to go through, but in today's episode, I won't be going down the rabbit holes like I did in the prediction, though. I'm going to leave that for the prediction where I get into the nitty-gritty and share, like, articles and things with you. For this, we're just going to talk about the results today, man. You know what I mean? I've had a long day. I've been up since 4:45 this morning, and we just want to get this thing going. So, big up to the boy, Thriller from Manila, Brawlberry, Online, MW Choli, Asian sensational Michael Olopito. We got Jordan Hyman. Haven't seen you around these parts in a long time, but nice to see you back. So, guys, we are going to get this thing crack-a-lacking, though. We have a few things that we have to talk about. There's Champions League football coming up tomorrow, and we got to get through these Premier League matches. There's the Carabao Cup last 8 draw, and I want to actually talk about that one as well. So, before we get into today's results, let's take a look at the Carabao Cup draw, and I'll let you know how I feel about that. Yeah, my team Man City have been knocked out, of course, and no Carabao Cup for us this season. So just a quick recap of the round of 16. Chelsea won, Southampton won, Chelsea win 4-3 on pens, Arsenal 2. Leeds United 0. No, my boy Thriller is actually thrilled about that result. QPR 0, Sunderland 0. Sunderland 3-1 on pens. Stoke 1, Brentford 2. Brentford move on to the last 8. West Ham 0, Man City 0. God damn! Can't believe I got to talk about this result again. West Ham scoring all 5 of their penalties. Man City missing 1 and, too late to take the 4th. Lost already. So, West Ham on fire this season in the Europa League, in the Premier League, and definitely in the Carabao Cup where they move on to the last 8. And probably your favorites to win it now. I would love if they win a trophy, though. That would be nice for West Ham. Leicester 2, Brighton 2, Leicester winning 4-2 on pens. Preston 0, Liverpool 2. The team who does not want the trophy the most, according to their fans, are through to the last 8. Tottenham 1, Burnley 0. Nuno, he prevailed, but still ended up getting sacked for his exploits in the Premier League. Poor results. So the quarterfinals are Chelsea, Brentford. It will be at the Brentford Community Stadium December 21st. Liverpool versus Leicester at Anfield. That's a good draw. You know what? Let me just say something about this one right now. Brentford, Chelsea, London derby. Great stuff, right? Great stuff. I know Chelsea, they're going to put out their backup brigade with Kepa in goal, and it's going to be a good match. Brentford would go full force at it, right? Liverpool, I want to see if Liverpool actually play the same teams that they have been playing in the previous rounds, right? Because the fans always say, we don't care about the cup. And I know why they say that. Because Man City have been dominant in the cup, so they say, we don't care, right? But now you're through to the last 8. Let's see how much effort Liverpool put in. I'm hoping that they play a quality team, few, maybe 1 or 2 youngsters, but put out a good team to play Leicester, because best believe it, Leicester are coming full strength, and they won't be easy to beat. They're not Everton. Just want to put it out there. They're not Everton in the cup. So that'll be a good matchup. Arsenal versus Sunderland is a good one because the Sunderland manager said that he would love Arsenal away, and he got his wish. Arsenal or Tottenham, he got his wish, and that'll be a very, very, very good game. Tottenham versus West Ham, a matchup we've seen already this season where West Ham prevailed in the Premier League, and that's another London derby. That's a big one. Tottenham will be under new management by then. Oh yeah, Antonio Conte. Probability 100% most likely will be in charge, and let's see what kind of team he puts up, because that's a trophy that Tottenham could still realistically win. So there you go, the Carabao Cup quarterfinal draw. And if I have to pick a favorite right now, it's very difficult to call. It's super hard to call, but I must say it's hard to call, man. It's hard to call because Chelsea, Liverpool, Leicester, Arsenal, West Ham, and Tottenham all have a very, very good chance to actually win this trophy, especially if they all show intent. So this one is too hard to call, man. I think I'm gonna leave that one alone. You know what I mean? That one, I might get myself in some trouble with that one. But I'm gonna say a team that I really would love to see win it would be West Ham United. Just want to put it out there. They knocked out both Manchester clubs, and they have been on absolute fire, and it would be nice for them to actually win the trophy. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Carabao Cup last 8 and the draw. And as a City fan, it's weird as hell actually doing this without Man City in the competition still. So, but it's all right, man. It's all right. You know, this is not a Manchester City channel, so still have to come out and talk about this. Guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Get into the habit of liking the video. When you like the video, it sends that indication to the algorithm that, yeah, people are liking this. Let me share it out to more like-minded people who love the sport of football just the way you do. Always remember that, guys. Get into the habit of liking the videos, okay? I will definitely appreciate that. We don't have a like culture around here at all. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys don't like me or you don't like the videos. I really don't know what it is, though, but it is what it is. So we're going to get it moving. We got 10 games to go through, and we won't be delaying it any further. So let us talk a bit about the game that just finished, since it's fresh in my head. And that game is Wolves 2, Everton 1. Very good game, very good game. Mostly one-sided in the first half, with Wolverhampton Wanderers scoring 2 early goals there. Max Kilman, former futsal player, was eligible to play for Ukraine, but because he got a few futsal caps for the English national team, FIFA denied him that opportunity to play for Ukraine. So he was set up by Ryan Nori, and that was from a corner routine. Kilman headed in, and that was his first Premier League goal of the season. And it might be his first goal for Wolves as well, if I'm not mistaken. And 4 minutes later, Raul Jimenez in the 32nd minute, after Ben Godfrey gave the ball away, a horrible back pass. And you also got to blame Mason Holgate for that one as well. Not staying switched on. Raul Jimenez stealing the ball and putting it over Jordan Pickford. But before those goals were scored, Wolves started out really well, forced 2 big saves out of Pickford, and they did score a goal via Hwang Hee-chan that was chalked off. Recently, you know, in the news, as recent as a few days ago, Bruno Lage came out and said that he wants Wolves to sanction the signing of Hwang Hee-chan. That would only cost about 13 million euros, if I'm not mistaken, and he'll come over from RB Leipzig, formerly of RB Salzburg, or Red Bull Salzburg. So quality first half there for Wolverhampton Wanderers. But in the second half, Everton really fought back, and they did get a goal to Alex Iwobi. It was a deflected, can't even remember the exact way the goal happened, but Iwobi side-footed the ball into the back of the net, set up by Michael Keane there. And Everton did fight. They did put up a really, really good fight. There were opportunities on both ends. Quite an open game. But Everton came back in the game when Wolves tried to sit back and try to manage the game in a way, like stop being so offensive. And when they did that, they give Everton the opportunity to press, steal the ball away, and actually counter. And they were almost successful on a few occasions. There was even a horrible giveaway by goalkeeper Jose Sa. You know, I don't know what he was thinking there, but Richarlison almost... It's like when you're playing FIFA and the goalkeeper pass the ball to you and you don't really expect it and you're like, oh my God. Yeah, you press the wrong button. That's basically what Richarlison did. But Everton, man, Everton are struggling. They're really, really, really struggling, man. Their past couple results have been appalling. 3 losses on the trot. They started the season very, very good. And they had 4 wins. 4 wins in their first 6 games. Let's keep that in mind. And in their last 4 games, they are yet to win. So they have 3 losses and a draw. So they need to get their act together. But fair to Everton, they've been really dealing with some injury problems. You know what I'm saying? When it wasn't Pickford, it was Seamus Coleman, it was Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin still out, Luca Dida out, Doucouré out. So they've been laboring, man. They've been laboring as of late. And look, even with Richarlison in the team, they wasn't able to get him involved enough in the play. And Wolves completely dominated, man. Trincao deserves a shout, even though he's not so clinical in front of goal. He has been very, very exciting for Wolves. Imagine Trincao goes back to Barcelona with that Xavi in charge and linking up with guys like Ansu Fati and Gavi and Pedri and all the neat little youngsters, and they just take their time and build, and who knows what that Barcelona team could become in the future. But if you take a look at the lineup, guys, really quick, you could see that a player who rarely you see involved started the game. Jean-Philippe Gibamon, Ivory Coast international. He has been dealing with a lot of injury issues since he joined, I think, from the Bundesliga. And most people don't even know who he is, though. Seriously, you know what I mean? Because he's hardly been playing. But look, Demarai Gray and Townsend, who's been the brightest player so far for Everton this season, they tried. It was nice to see Alex Iwobi on the score sheet. But overall, Wolves were too damn good. And in their last 5 games, they have been unbeaten. And that run could stretch even further back because remember, Wolves started their first 3 games with 3 losses. And since then, they have gone unbeaten. So Bruno Lage in charge, he's doing very, very well. Well, they actually picked up a loss in between there. So I think it was three losses, and then they did pick up a win, and then a loss came after that again. So, but you get the point. They've been in very, very, very good form. 5 wins, a draw, 16 points. Wolves go up to 7th. Woo! I bet Nuno is actually looking at Wolves right now and be like, damn, I should have never left, man. He had a good thing going on for him, and he just had to leave. I don't know. He wasn't fired or anything, and he just had to, like, leave. You know, the situation with Nuno that I'll get to when we start talking about Tottenham is like that dog with the bone in his mouth watching the reflection in the water, and he sees, like, a bigger bone. And when he tries to go for that bigger bone in his reflection, the bone that he has falls out and washed away by the river. So that's a lesson to learn there from what happened to Nuno Espirito Santo. So these are just my brief thoughts on this game. I didn't have any notes written down for this because they caught me when I just got home from work. I didn't come straight home. I was chilling a bit, and you know what I mean, and just clearing my mind, and then You know, I had to eat and get food. Get food first, eat, shower, all while watching this game, and then prepare a little bit for the stream. So that's what it is. So I could get deeper into this, but we're not going to do that right about now. I'll have some more info on both these teams when we do the prediction later on in the week for match week 11. So Raul Jimenez, king of the match. Nice to see him on the score sheet. He did hit the crossbar from a header. Nice to see him heading the ball again. So good game, man. Good game. Good game. Everton tried, but they're going through a rut right now. A rut that they need to get themselves out of, like ASAP. And I mean ASAP. So for Wolves, man, for Wolves, who are large and in charge these days, they're doing well, very, very well after a poor start. Their next game, who do they play next? Right, so for Wolves, they will play Crystal Palace, who are proving themselves to be a very, very, very tough team to play. And my team, Man City, would learn a lot from that. You know what I'm saying? They could tell you, hey, man, watch out for them boys from Crystal Palace. And then they play West Ham, Norwich, Burnley. So the next 4 fixtures for Wolves, I think manageable. The 2 London clubs would be very tough, but Burnley and Norwich would be very, very, very winnable games. So for the Toffees, Everton, their next match would be against Tottenham, most likely under their new boss, Antonio Conte. Did they announce Conte yet? Maybe not. But they play Everton, play Tottenham, then they play Man City, Brentford, Liverpool, Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Chelsea. Their next, listen, Everton right now, I gotta say, they're going through a bad patch, right? Where they haven't won any of their last 4 games, and the next 6 games are ultra difficult. Maybe not the one against Man City because, you know what I mean, we seem beatable these days. But you get the point. So what are you guys saying in the chat right now, man? Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Chola says, I think Barca will make the Europa League, but not the UCL. God, could you imagine Barcelona in the freaking Europa League, man? Big up to Ilias. Who else we got in here? Adam, man. Adam, how are you feeling, Adam? Adam say, Xavi to Barca is not official, but it will happen. Conte to Tottenham, it might happen. Details yet to come out. Thank you very much, man. Thanks. Big up to the girl, Miss Melina up in here, man. How are you doing, Miss Melina? Nice to see you in the chat. We got Johnny Longs in here. Online School says at least Juventus is doing well in the Champions League right now, but not so well in the league, though. Not so well. So, look, shout outs to everybody in the house right now. Big up to Adnan. Nice to see you. What we got? So, Thriller's asking, is Rafa Benitez next in line to get the boot? Well, there's Dean Smith. There's Rafa Benitez struggling. And I think Daniel Farke. But Daniel Farke, he's not going to get the sack. If he was going to get the sack, he would have got the sack already, though. He definitely would have got the sack already. So, with that being said, guys, we're going to keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. We got a lot to go through, and I don't want to be here all freaking night long. All right, so let's talk about this game between Norwich and Leeds. Norwich 1, Leeds United 2. And, guys, by the way, I did predict the draw between Everton and Wolves. So did not get that prediction right. But one prediction I was sure that I was going to get right was Norwich losing. I was absolutely 1,000% sure about that one. I predicted 3-1 to Leeds. It ended 2-1. So in this game, Rafinha scored in the 56th minute. We had Rodrigo in the 60th. But before that, Andrew Omo. Nah, I've been practicing this guy's name, you know. I've really been practicing his name, man. Damn, I can't believe I'm messing him up. Omo Bamidele. Andrew Omo Bamidele, man. Call the man Obama, man, for short. Andrew Obama scored in the 58th minute, his first goal for the club. Norwich's 3rd goal this season, which is weird. I think only they have scored 1 from open play, if I'm not mistaken. That was Milot Rashica with the corner. Omar Bamidele headed in. Good goal. But Rodrigo in the 60th minute. So I do have some notes for this game. So let me just go through the brief notes that I have for this one. And then we're going to move on to the next game. But I do have some notes. And I didn't write these notes down for nothing. So let me actually locate these damn notes first. And, you know, just to share a little bit of details what happened in these games. So, yeah, Norwich came into the game with only 2 goals, and that was the least at any time in the competition, in the history of the competition, though. So that's the problem right now. They're not scoring enough goals, and of course, they're conceding them like they're in that type of business. Dan James had a handball shout in the early stages of the game, not given, and I think it was rightfully not given, definitely not intentional. And you know, I know you don't have to have an intentional handball to get a penalty, but that one definitely did not deserve a penalty. So the former Man United man had a shot cleared off the line in the 8th minute by Grant Hanley. So Dan James, very much involved for Leeds United, man. Proven to be a very good signing, I gotta say. So 0-0 at halftime. Very, very scrappy first half. But the second half is where things came to life. Okay? That's where things came to life. 57th minute. Daniel James to Rafinha. Wide open real estate on the right. He skipped around about 3 defenders and hit a ball and nutmeg 3 Norwich City players, including the goalkeeper. That's what I saw. That is, I don't know who else noticed that, but all 3 Norwich City players were nutmegged, even Tim Krul. And that was a brilliant goal, man. You know, we always talk up this guy, Rafinha, and how good he is, and the fact that, you know, Liverpool has been linked with him, and there's been talks about other clubs, but mostly Liverpool. And Leeds would want big money for this guy, because this guy is the real deal. He's been recently playing for Brazil, and that's definitely an indication that he's going to move to a bigger club than Leeds. Look, Leeds historically is a big club, but the man would love to play Champions League football. Just putting it out there. Definitely would love to play Champions League football, and that was a quality goal. So, mention the corner goal by Omobamidele, Mr. Andrew Omobamidele, the Irishman of Nigerian descent. I see Adnan was actually, I think it was Adnan was talking. No, it was somebody else. I think it was it you, Adnan? Was talking about where all these, I think it was you, where all these Nigerians are coming from. The Irish Nigerians. Yeah, so definitely a good equalizer, but you know what they say, you're always at your most vulnerable when you just scored and immediately they conceded. It was in the 60th minute, Ozan Kabak intercepted the ball, gave it right back. Calvin Phillips got it, and he picked out Rodrigo with a speculative shot that beat Tim Krul. That was actually savable. That was definitely savable, and Leeds went on to score their second, went back in the lead. Poor goalkeeping, poor defending, not closing down the Brazilian who is, you know, now representing Spain. So, and that's Rodrigo. So the game ended 2-1 in favor of Leeds. Not much more to actually add in the remaining, let's say, half hour of the game. It was very scrappy with Norwich trying to get back in the game, but, you know, nothing else really to talk about. I have to actually mention this guy. I don't know. Norwich needs to change something. You see what I mean? Look at what United did. United changed something. They got the result, right? They got the result. So this is, his name is Rafael Diaz-Beloli. Wow. Rafinha. Yeah. So Man United changed something and they got their result. Norwich has to change something. You got to drop Josh Sargent, man. Josh Sargent, to me, is a waste of time, bro. I just got to keep it real. I don't rate Sargent. I don't rate Sargent at all. Don't rate him. I don't know how he got the rank to be Sargent, but he ain't no Sargent, man. Seriously. He ain't no Sargent. No wonder he's not in the U.S. setup. He wasn't in the U.S. setup. I don't even know, but he didn't play. He didn't play the last international break because he ain't no good, man. He's a liability more than an asset. He's a liability. So Norwich has to do something better, or they're going to continue losing games as the season progresses. So another L for Norwich. This is the first away win for Leeds. Bielsa could not even get up off his stoop because he was so elated. It meant so much to him because they're struggling, man. Leeds are struggling so far this season. So in terms of some insights, Leeds picked up their first away Premier League win of the season with their first on the road since beating Southampton 2-0 in May since last season. That was a long time ago. Norwich have just taken 2 points from their last 20 Premier League matches, drawing 2 and losing 18, and haven't scored more than once in any of their last 28 top flight games. Only Wolves between January of 1984 and October 2003 have had a longer run of games without scoring more than once in top flight history, 30 in a row. Norwich have lost their last 33 Premier League matches when conceding the first goal, while Leeds have won 18 of their last 22 Premier League games since the start of last season when scoring first, losing 3 and drawing 1. Hope you guys are taking notes. When Leeds score first, more than likely they would go on to win the game. But that was a well-deserved win, man. Leeds were the better team of the day. And Norwich, they have a lot of ground to make up. Don't think it's wise to sack Farker right now. You know, we saw what happened last season when Chris Wilder got sacked. It didn't really make much of a difference. Just persist with him, go back down, come back up again, and see if it works next time around. So for Norwich City, their next game will be against Brentford, who are struggling. So that's an opportunity. Then they have Southampton and Wolves. So not bad at all. As for Leeds United, the next game will be against Leicester. Very difficult fixture at home. Then Tottenham and Brighton. And then Crystal Palace and Brentford. So they got some winnable games coming up, but you know the Premier League, man. You know the Premier League. Very, very challenging. Very, very unpredictable as well. So that'll be it for this game. Not much more to add. Most people won't even spend 5 minutes talking about this match, but look at me here, getting deep into the detail. But look, Norwich, they're destined for relegation, and Leeds, all they want to do is get their head above water. So what are you guys saying in the chat right now, man? Big up to everybody in here right now. Big up to my boy Lennon Sweet, who dropped the $4.99 super chat, $4.49 super chat, pardon me. And Leng is saying, thank you very much, Leng. I am going to go bold. KDB ruining the football. He needs to be benched. He's underperforming. Look, I don't want to point fingers only at Kevin De Bruyne, because you know the thing is about us football fans, we could be very, very, very fickle, right? Very fickle. One time, he's the best in the world. The next time when he's going through a bad patch, drop him, get him out of the club. And I'm not talking about you, Leng. I'm just talking about in general. Like with the managers, they could be doing well. Get him out of the club when he gets a bad run. Nobody wants to back anybody. You see what I'm saying? The masses do not ever want to back a player or a manager when they're going through a bad patch. It's just the business, man. It's just how it is. And it's a cutthroat business. That's what it is. A lot of money involved. And anytime a lot of money is involved, there's going to be a lot of backstabbing and cutthroat and all that kind of stuff. Look, Kevin De Bruyne, he's not playing at his best this season. Right? It's fair. And I'm glad that you came out and you said it, because you back up your players. I know you back up the players, Leng. But Kevin De Bruyne really not playing well, especially in that game against Crystal Palace. The first touches were off, giving away the ball. And the same goes to the entire team. We did not play well against Crystal Palace, and we deserve to lose that game. Just want to put it out there. So Thriller is saying, I rate Rafinha, man. He has a very good work rate, very athletic, and can defend when needed. Adam, Dom, I told you Norwich won't get 10 points this season, and you said they would. I think they would, man. I think they would. You still thinking they will get 10 points with 10 games already played? Yeah. I think they would. I think they would get 10 points. Big up to Mona Melimo Casey, man, who says, I hope Sterling starts against Bruges. Grealish needs to be benched, honestly. Yeah, man. Yeah, you guys definitely, you know, if you watch that last video I put out there, yeah, man, on City, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I went in on Grealish. Definitely went in on Grealish. So, with that being said, guys, we're going to keep it moving, okay? We're going to keep it moving because we have a lot to talk about. Big up to Paloma. Big up to Dupe in the house, man. Everybody in here right about now, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's keep the ball rolling. All right? Let's keep it rolling. So, what we're going to do right now, let's talk about Southampton-Watford. Not much really to talk about in this game. I do have notes for it as well. I have notes for every single match, by the way. You know, I took my time and watched a replay of the games that I did not, you know, see. And I wrote down notes for the key moments of the games. So, in this game, Watford 0, Southampton 1. Watford does not have a very good record against Southampton, but even with that, I still predicted Watford to pick up the win. A rare win, but I just went with my gut feeling. And after what Watford did against Everton in their last game, I was saying to myself, man, look, Watford gotta have it in them again to pull it off against Southampton, but I was wrong. So in this game, João Pedro came in for Ozan Tufan, who's on loan. And that meant that Watford played with a change of shape. 4 changes for Southampton. Ward-Prowse back in the team. Amanda Broja, Chelsea youngster on loan. The Albanian international injured, so he couldn't be involved. Bright start for Southampton. Few chances for Adam Armstrong that was put over. And ever since the opening day when he scored, he haven't really been in the goals. But in the 19th minute, Armstrong, he put in a nice ball for Che Adams, who had to run back, fetch the ball. And the Watford players were really standoffish. They didn't really rush Che Adams. They didn't close him down. And he was allowed to run back, get the ball, swivel, and put it in the V. That was a brilliant, brilliant goal by Che Adams. And after a very dominant first half by Southampton, they did get their reward and they picked up that goal. So 1-0 at halftime for Southampton. And they... You know, the thing, look, just going back to Watford, man, I'm a bit disappointed, though. I'm really disappointed because, you know, they did have a few chances. They play some fantastic football at times, but a bit too inconsistent, man. They cannot be this inconsistent if they want to survive. 32nd minute, Watford did get a chance on the break. Was Ben Foster, not Fraser Foster. Ben Foster with a brilliant, brilliant release to King. And King with a side, you know, crossfield ball to Ismail Assar. And Sarr maneuvered, got his shot off, but it was cleared off the line by Kyle Walker-Peters barely. And, you know, Che Adams had another brilliant chance to score right in front of goal, and he headed the ball down and over. So that was a Timo Werner, Raheem Sterling type moment there for Che Adams. Or it's a Che Adams type moment because he does have those moments, you know, a lot. So Southampton, as I mentioned, you know what I mean, they did get the chances. Very, very wasteful. They didn't score a second, of course. The game ended 1-0. And they only pile on the pressure on themselves with the second half to defend, that lead to defend. The only notable chance to talk about was it came in the 88th minute when Ashley Fletcher, one of the new signings, came off the bench, and brilliant chance, point blank range, was saved by the goalkeeper McCarthy. So Southampton have him to thank for that victory, and that was a top save. So big win for Southampton. First away win this season. They don't have a lot of wins to talk about, but that was a very, very important win for Hasenhüttl and his boys, who have not been too bad, you know, In their last 3 games, they do have 2 wins. The only wins this season and a draw. So they have 3 losses, 5 draws, and 2 wins, 11 points. They're 14th. Not bad at all. Watford, who has been very inconsistent. As I mentioned, they picked up their first win last time against Everton. They have now lost 3 in the last 5, 6 altogether. Already sat their manager, their former manager, Xisco Munoz. And with Ranieri in charge, it seems like it's more of the same, right? It's more of the same inconsistency. Win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, draw 1 here and there. And, you know, I can't mark Watford safe. Can't mark them safe yet. They're 16th. They do have 10 points, 10 games. If they continue the way they're playing right now, they would end up on 38 points, which would be enough to survive. So they could barely survive. And the way that Newcastle and Norwich are playing right now, yeah, that's giving them a lot of hope. You see what I mean? At least 2 teams would occupy those relegation spots, you know, for a very, very long time. So while those teams at the bottom are struggling, the other teams ahead of them have to pounce and pick up valuable points here. So just to give you guys a little bit more information here before we do move on, you know, like to give you information, you know, it's infotainment, want to entertain you as you know, much as give you information. Watford have lost back-to-back Premier League games at Vicarage Road for the first time since November 2019, also losing to Liverpool in their last home league game 5-0. Southampton enjoyed their first win in 10 away Premier League games, joined Toulouse in 7 since beating Sheffield United 2-0 in March at Bramall Lane. Watford are now without a clean sheet in 10 home Premier League games, conceding 21 in this run, 2.1 per game. They need to work on their defense and they need to be a lot more consistent. Not a little bit, a lot more consistent. So, let me see if there's any other thing to actually mention here in terms of the lineups. And yeah, nothing really, nothing else really. You know, nice to see James Ward-Prowse back for Southampton. They really missed him. And with him in the team, it does make the team better every single time. And I mean every single time. So, what are you guys saying in the chat right now, man? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Big up to everybody in here. It's a rare Monday Premier League roundup with your boy Dominic Rich. Usually do this on a Sunday. So you could imagine how much I had to lift myself off the ground to actually do this. Because it should have been done already. Should have definitely been done. Big up to Julian in here, man. How you doing? Robert Robinson. Guys, I appreciate the support, man. I remember last year, and even before that, but last year when we were doing those gaming streams, the gaming streams will come back, guys. They will come back. They will come back. Just give me some time. I haven't got FIFA 22 yet. I haven't even been playing FIFA like by myself. That's how busy I've been. You guys see I've been pumping out the content, you know what I mean? More content you put out is better overall for the channel, even if the videos individually do not do a whole lot of numbers. Collectively, they do. Okay? Just remember that, guys. Just remember that. Power in numbers, power in multiplicity. All right? So, big up to everybody in here, man. You guys are the real deal. Thanks a million for the continued support, man. All of you guys, man. All my Man City fans in here, like Julian and Robert and Dupe and Lang and Mona Maley and Arnav Gupta and co, man. I know you guys. I know who you are. Not a lot of you, but I know who you are, man. And if I'm missing any names, pardon me. So, yeah. Dom, you should do an unboxing video for FIFA 2020 gaming channel. Whenever I do it, man. Whenever I do it. So, Aaron Guy is saying, Dom, it's so annoying to listen to my fellow Liverpool fans who actually think Poole are winning the title. Well, look, it's still early, bro. It's still early. Big up to Shadrach Dorsey in the house who's saying top of the hour to Dom Rich. Thank you very much. Top of the hour to you as well. And we're going to keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Also, I like to take the time to big up El Don Chicken Man in the house. Thank you very much, Chicken Man. We will get into more of the other things, man. Let's get through these fixtures first, and then we could talk about the other little details about who's linked to Newcastle and who's linked to, you know, whatever job and whatever in the future, man. Because right now we have a lot of games to go through and a lot of things to talk about. So we're not gonna linger too much, okay? So let's move on. Burnley 3, Brentford 1. Big up to Burnley. And guess what, guys? Guess what? Your boy Dom did predict Burnley to pick up a victory here. And my prediction was Burnley 2, Brentford 1. And that's because David Raya, Brentford's #1 goalkeeper, is out 4 to 5 months with an ACL injury in his knee. So that's a that'll be a very big miss. Very big miss for Brentford, even though they have Ivan Toney, you know, who's been playing well, and, you know, guys like Norgard and Jensen and Canos, etc. It's not, you know, the same when you don't have a reliable goalkeeper in the back of the net. And I'm telling you, not in the back of the net, in between the sticks. He should not be in the back of the net. In between the sticks, pardon me there. You know, good thing I caught that one early. But that guy, man, that new guy, his name is Alvaro Fernandez. He is not good. Just want to put it out there. He did pull off some good saves in the game. He did. But overall, he was all over the place, man. His positioning, his decision-making was really off. And, you know, they paid for that. So, look, 2 changes for Burnley. Ben Mee back. Nathan Collins out. Goodmanson in for Jack Hawk. Alvaro Fernandez replaces injured goalkeeper David Raya in goal. Marcus Foz start for the first time, and Mbuemo on the bench. So, 4th minute, beautiful goal for Chris Wood. Pinnock, who failed to intercept Matt Lowton's well-played ball in, and Wood hit it first time. Fernandez off his line, and he was caught out. 1-0. Brilliant. Listen, this was one of the best performances I've seen from Burnley, maybe ever. Because their goals, they were really well put together. I see that Burnley are passing the ball around a lot more, and they're playing some more attractive football, though. Because, you know, they just like to lump the ball up the field or just cross the ball in the box and, you know, use the big guys like Barnes and Wood, and they get off their head, put in the second balls and things like that. But they were actually playing with some freaking structure, man, and I couldn't believe it. Really couldn't believe it, man. Wow. 15th minute, Westwood with a killer pass to Wood, and he headed it over to Maxwell Cornet, a new man who plays for the Ivory Coast. He scored, but VAR disallowed the goal for offside in the build-up. Ivan Toney, he had an opportunity in the 27th minute that was well saved by Nick Pope. That was point-blank range and had to score. Sergi Canos with a wonderful ball in. 29th minute, Alvaro Fernandez saved a well, you know, put in ball by, I can't remember who put the ball in, but it was like a 1v1 situation, and Goodmanson, the Iceland international, his shot was well saved by the Spaniard who's on loan at Brentford, and, you know, he's a backup goalkeeper as well. 32nd minute, Matt Lowton, he does not score a lot of goals. That was only his 2nd goal since 2013. And that was Charlie Taylor with a wonderful cross into the box. Beautiful header into the back of the net. And, you know, poor goalkeeping, poor defending once again by Brentford. 2-0 for Burnley. I couldn't believe it. When I was watching the other games and I checked this one, I was like, what? Burnley 3-0 up in 36 minutes? God damn, what's going on here? Damn. Jeez. But the 36th minute, man, Maxwell Cornet, who was a special player, I did talk up Maxwell Cornet. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I've been doing lately? I've been going back, finding my older live stream, my older videos, and clipping them out, put them out as YouTube shorts for when I did talk some sense. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys might say, oh, Dom, you talk a lot of nonsense, but I do talk a lot of sense as well, man. So I go and I clip those out and I put them out. Some of them are funny and some of them are serious. But that was a brilliant, brilliant goal, man. Brilliant goal. Westwood to Dwight McNeil, who picked out Maxwell Cornet in space. And he cut in and hit it with his right. He's been scoring them with his right, been scoring them with his head, been scoring them with his left. Maxwell Cornet is the truth, man. You see what I mean? That was a super, super strike to give Burnley a third. And that was Maxwell Cornet's 4th goal in 4 consecutive starts for Burnley. Awesome, awesome signing. Proven to be one of the signings so far this season all across the Premier League. So, look, Brentford did get a goal back, and that goal came in the 79th minute. Christian Norgard setting up the Iranian international Saman Ghoddos, and that was a spectacular goal. That's what you indeed call a spectacular. That was a brilliant, brilliant volley, man. And it deserved to end up in the back of the net. It did. And only a consolation goal for Brentford. So, first win this season for Burnley. First away loss for Brentford. And it's the first win at home for Burnley since about January, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's a big win. It's a huge win. Monumental in terms of saving their season. So, look. Burnley registered their first Premier League win of the season at a 10th attempt. While this was their first home league win since January against Aston Villa, ending a 14-game winless run at Turf Moor. Brentford have suffered 3 consecutive league defeats for the first time since February, with the Bees having lost just 2 of the previous 22 games before this current losing run. Burnley scored more than 1 goal in a home Premier League game for the first time since January when they beat Aston Villa 3-2. They hadn't scored more than 1 in any of their previous 14 at Turf Moor in the Premier League before today. Imagine going to Turf Moor every match week since January and not winning. That must be tough for the home fans, and I'm pretty sure they're smiling again. Burnley is a very progressive club. A lot of new investment, and they only aiming to stay up and stay climbing towards the top of the table. As for Brentford, man, guys, I'm a bit worried. I have to say, I am honestly worried. Indeed worried for Brentford. I'm worried for them. They did fight back well in the game, but, you know what I mean, to no avail. I am worried for Brentford now. They're the team that I had marked safe. I'm like, no way Brentford are getting relegated. No way. But I have to say, they have to be very, very careful with how they approach the rest of the season, man. Especially with that goalkeeper injury. They definitely got to be careful. Just want to put it out there. Because in their last 3 games, last 5, we could say, they have only 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Consecutive losses. That's not looking good. Thomas Frank needs to, go into the idea bank and, withdraw something and apply it on the field. Because right now, seems like teams have figured them out. I know people like to use that term. It's kind of cliche. But they're indeed getting figured out. They're definitely getting figured out. Guys, there might be a lot more details that I may not have talked about in this game. But I cannot detail every single game. So I'm going to keep it moving. For Brentford, they are 12th right now. After 10 games, not bad at all. Not bad. They have 12 points. Not bad at all. They need a further 28. It's going to be rough, but it is indeed possible. Their next game will be against Norwich and Newcastle. 2 teams down towards the bottom. So if they are to get back on their horse, though, it's the right time to do it. And it will be against those 2 struggling teams. The only teams who are yet to pick up wins in this season's Premier League campaign. As for Burnley, their next game will be a tough one. And that would be at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea this Saturday. On Liam's birthday, guys. I'll be on vacation, guys. Don't rob my house. Anybody watching this, rob my house. I got that supreme security system, you know what I mean? So, and I ain't got nothing valuable in the house anyway, so whatever. only my equipment that I'm using right now. So please don't take it. Please. And then Burnley have Crystal Palace and Tottenham. Some, tough games coming up. Let's see how they fare. We know Burnley are tough as ivory as well. And they'll be able to definitely, handle themselves with the Ivorian international Maxwell Cornet. So that'll be it for that game. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Big up to everybody in the house right about now, man. Nice to see y'all. Big up to Flynn, coming all the way out from Australia. Nice to see you, bro. Adam, well, Brentford ain't getting a lot of points as they did. If they get 20 points or more before the number one goalkeeper comes back, they will 100% survive. Yeah, they're going to struggle, bro. They are definitely going to struggle without that goalkeeper. Gotta just put it out there, keep it real. So we're going to keep it moving, guys. Definitely going to keep it moving. But I think we could, I could take a look at some more of the comments. I do have a special guest coming on to join us. And we are going to discuss, maybe 1 or 2 games. And make sure you guys are respectful to the guest. And we're going to have a nice time. How many games have I talked about so far, though? I think I talked about 4 games, Burnley, Brentford. I touched on Watford, Southampton, Norwich, Leeds, and Wolves, Everton. So perfect pace, man. The boy Dom doing it perfectly today. Imperfectly perfect. So I want to put it out there. Matt Lowton, man of the match there, was brilliant. He was indeed brilliant. And he recently came out and said that he wants to be way more involved in terms of his goal contributions. And he was, man. He was. Sometimes in life, guys, you just have to say, I want to do it. It's called willpower. Okay? Willpower. All right? I once knew a guy in my automotive class. His name was Willie Wilson. He had a lot of willpower, man. You see what I'm saying? Be like Willie Wilson. Where there's a will, there is a way. Big up to the boy Matt Lowton. You know what I'm saying? I'm beginning to like Burnley a lot more than I used to, you know what I mean? Because remember, Burnley was a club, we say, yeah, Burnley kind of, people accuse them of being racist and things like that. They went and signed Cornet. They brought back Aaron Lennon. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to mix up the thing a little bit more. I say Burnley. Let me give you some advice, Burnley, before we do move on. Burnley, some actionable advice. Go back over to Ligue 1 and sign some of them African-based players over there. There's a player by the name of Dieng, a young player. He's playing for Marseille. Sign him up before anybody else does, okay? Sign up that guy Dieng. Sign up a few more little neat players. They don't have to be too expensive. Spend a little 15 million here, 15 million there. Burnley, trust me, it would make you millions and millions more in the future and solidify your status as a Premier League club. You see what I'm saying? And you don't have to be worrying about going down every season. Players like Carney will do that for you. So, yeah. What are you guys saying in the chat right now? Talk to me. Talk to me, man. What are you guys saying in the chat? So, let's do this. Dom, Burnley are toxic, especially their style of football. But that's what I'm saying, though, Aaron. That's what I'm saying. They're getting better. They're playing more, attractive football. Is that even possible? Yeah, it is. They are, man. They are. So, what else we got here? Kevlin Drayton. Dominic, Bradford is not getting Brentford, you mean, right? Brentford, not Bradford. Not Bradford, bro. Not Bradford. So, who be that special guest? Demo or AD? None of the above, bro. None of the above. None of the above. I will definitely love to get AD on in the future, for when I do my more open chats where we talk about Europe. But AD is not a Premier League guy. Let's just keep it real. AD is definitely not a Premier League guy. So, yeah. And in the future, definitely would like to get Adam the Great on as well and get some of you guys more involved as the season progresses. So if the guest is watching, guest, come through. I'm waiting for you. And we're gonna get into the next fixture and talk about their club. All right. So if you're watching, my guest, come on over. Come on over. I'm waiting for you. Guys, if you haven't yet liked the video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the live stream. Don't forget, the stream is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped. Precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Head on over to the site. Use the coupon code Dominic Rich to get yourself 20% off your order. Worldwide. Shipping. Free. You know we like free. Whenever you hear the word free, you say, yeah, that's for me. What's free is for me. Manscaped, trust me, your balls would thank you. So with that being said, without further ado, let's bring on our guests. And first of all, are you nervous, guest? Don't be. Let's go.
Hey,
it's Miss Melina. How are you doing, Miss Melina?
It's been a while since I've been on here. I think a lot better circumstances than when we first did a video together. First of all, thanks so much for having me on your show. And congratulations on the sponsorship as well. Great work.
Thank you, man. The lights, the bills gotta be paid. The lights
always
gotta
bossing
stay
it on
the
channel. If only your club could have done the same on the weekend. Yeah.
I know. Don't rub it in. So look, Melina, what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna talk about your club and your game. We're gonna talk about Arsenal, right? You are the Arsenal expert. I'm only a Premier League enthusiast and I watch the games, but you know more about the club because you are an Arsenal fan.
Yes.
So what we're going to do right now, we're going to talk about the Arsenal game where Arsenal have been on absolute fire lately. Arsenal 2, Leicester City 0. In this game, we had Gabriel in the 5th minute from a corner, Saka. And Smith Rowe, basically set up by the young player. What's his name there again? I can't remember his name there. Luke, can't remember his name. But the fullback there for Leicester played in Smith Rowe and nicely side-footed in. And Arsenal held on for the 2-0 win. I have more, details to get into. But how do you feel about this win? And how do you feel about this another convincing victory for Arsenal, especially on the road? Talk to me here.
You know what, Dom? Before going into this game, I predicted a 3-1 win to us away from home. I was confident, but to be very honest with you, I wasn't confident we were going to keep a clean sheet. Considering Leicester and how Jamie Vardy always loves a jammy goal against us, one way or another, that man will turn up on crutches to play against us. Like a North London derby with Harry Kane. Very similar to that. But the way from minute 1 on into the game, we really had intensity, momentum, and pace, which I was like, hold up a sec. Am I watching Arsenal play right now? And then we scored in the 5th minute, and I'm like, all right, I'm used to this by now, where we go 1-0 up early on in the game, and then we sit back and invite pressure onto us. We don't tend to capitalize on our chances. So I'm sitting there watching the game like, all right, we're going to F this up any minute now. And I'm waiting for us to concede. But massive credits to Aaron Ramsdale. I was one of his biggest critics, considering his history before being relegated with Bournemouth and Sheffield United. And the price tag we paid for him, 30-odd million, I thought, hold up a sec. We're going to be next in that relegation zone. I really thought, we could have gone for a John Stone. And I thought, why are we going for this kind of keeper? But the way, his ball distribution and that brilliant save, that Maddison free kick, I don't see. The thing is, I've seen David De Gea do many of those kind of saves before. But I think the reason why, for me personally, it would come off as save of the season so far was because he did a double save right after that, which really impressed me. And I ate my words. I had a share of that humble pie because again, I didn't want him at our club, and I thought, yo, this man's gonna be a waste for us. We're just gonna have to spend money on another goalkeeper eventually. But it's bringing that healthy competition into that squad that we didn't have before. And our players like Sambi Lukonga done really well. Gabriel has been one of the really good center backs for us. As long as he doesn't get injured, Party as well, seem to have found his shooting boots again. Our team really looks like we're starting to build some momentum. And whether we're gonna lose it or not, a lot of teams like to say, you're going on this winning streak, you're going on this winning mentality. When is it going to erupt and when is it going to fall apart? But ever since we got battered in your own yard, we've really been now out of 9 games, we've been 7 games unbeaten. And massive credits to the players. Every player out there gave 110% on the pitch. But to be very honest with you, in that second half, we lost momentum. We didn't have the same intensity that we had in that first half. But credits to that defensive back line, because we didn't let Leicester get into the game. And Ramsdale made some brilliant saves, 8 saves entire goalkeeping career just out of that game. So massive credits. I was shocked beyond words. And all those Leicester fans dishing it at me for the James Maddison, that free kick was really nice to see to be saved.
Yeah, well said, Melina. Well said. Look, I could have cut in and interrupted you, but I just wanted, you're so happy right now. I just had to let you speak. You know what I'm saying? But look, going back to Aaron Ramsdale though, because when you check the second half, Arsenal were really dominant in the first half of this game. There was an almost own goal in the first minute by Amati, instant pressure by Arsenal, and then that those 2 corners, that the second one resulted in the goal there. Saka, brilliant delivery in for Gabriel, brilliant header as well. Look, this was Saka's 100th game for Arsenal, and I was like, wow. I remember when he first came on the scene, and I was like, he's like pretty much an experienced player at his age right now. And by the way, Arsenal have 9 of the youngest starting 11 so far in all 10 weeks of the Premier League, just so you guys know. So Mikel Arteta is trusting the youth, he's trusting his players, and it's paying big dividends. Look, Saka with that delivery, Gabriel with the header, and then that Smith Rowe goal. Smith Rowe, what are your thoughts on this kid? I think he was almost lured away from the club, and he chose not to leave because he's a talent. And with what's been going on at Arsenal, he could have been tempted to say maybe go to another club. Who knows? Maybe.
I agree with you 100%. He's another end product of ours, and it really felt like the situation we were in. Considering we don't have European competition whatsoever, he could have walked away. Same thing with Aubameyang, Lacazette. If they were given those kind of opportunities, of course they may have been tempting for him. And I think with Saka and Emil Smith Rowe, they've gotten better this season. But the thing I'll say is, at the start of the season, our first 3 games, we got trashed and put in our place, really like a welcome call to the Premier League this season.
You guys were the meme club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In August.
And the thing I will say is Saka and Smith Rowe at the start of the season, and sometimes even that Palace game, which we didn't really deserve that point, it felt like Saka and Smith Rowe week in and week out were the ones giving it 110% and carrying the team on their shoulders. And sometimes it felt like they didn't really deserve that. Our senior players, like the Aubameyangs, like the Lacazettes, like the Parties, should have turned up then and there. But what I will say is better late than never. At least now these people have found their firing boots. Hopefully they don't lose it during the international break for their countries. My word, this better be the last damn international break, because I'm sick of it. I know you're going on vacation as well, so have a safe trip.
I love international breaks though, because I do international football as well. So I love it all. You know what I mean? International break, when the club thing comes back, I love it all, you know what I'm saying? Because I keep working, you know what I mean? I just keep putting out the work. So Thriller has a question for you, Miss Melina.
Yes, I just saw it.
And Thriller is asking, Miss Melina, what is your honest assessment of my guy Takehiro Tomiyasu so far, the Japanese international? What are your
So when he
thoughts?
signed, when he first signed for us, I really didn't have a clue about him. I didn't watch him play before. Of course, Arsenal fans gassed him up over a compilation on YouTube, as we tend to do, some of us at least, and then claim we have ball knowledge. But I didn't know much about him before. He's doing really well for us so far. I think the Palace game and the Brighton game, especially, was a welcome call to the Premier League and the expectations in the Premier League. It's one of the hardest leagues to play for. And I think he really got humbling to it and got adjusted to it and starting to pick up and know, what works, what doesn't. But he's been really doing well in that role. And we haven't really had a proper right back in that role since, Hector Bellerin. Ever since that injury, he's never been the player before like he was before. And he lost interest in football itself. He came out and he said that he had some other mental health issues going on. So this signing was something we desperately needed. And I'm impressed by him so far. Hopefully he does well and continuously, but more importantly, consistently. And as a team, we all need to maintain that consistency because, if we're trying to get that top 4 spot and get back into Europe just to begin with, even top 5, for the love of God, just get my ass back into Europe. Not the Conference League, but just get us back into European football. And if we're going to be in Champions League, so be it. It's been 17 plus years since, I think more actually, since we've been in Champions League, getting our ass whooped by Bayern Munich. But
Yeah, you guys haven't been in the Champions League for some time, but
yeah,
Champions League, when you're in the Champions League, it's it's an indication that you're one of the best clubs in the league at that
we are
particular
definitely
moment.
not there yet.
Yeah.
We're really rebuilding and relying on youth. As you said early on, like a lot of our squad is entirely youth, and Arteta's relying on these youth players to churn up and having the expectations as a senior player. That's hard to do, and I think when we did this video early on, we were in a clusterfuck. I really didn't have much hope for us, and now we're starting to build some momentum. Hopefully, we can keep that up. And the formation we're doing now, the players, he knows what players, to play. Smith Rowe on the left wing, Saka on the right. We know where they work better and who works well together. We know that Aubameyang and Lacazette link up works well together. We know the Gabriel link up works well together.
Well, you're talking there about cohesiveness. You're talking about chemistry.
Yes.
Saka and Smith Rowe, 2 youngsters. I'm pretty sure they get on well off the field. Aubameyang and Lacazette, them guys are partners. You see what I'm saying? So with that camaraderie in the team, you would only play better because when you're in a team dynamic, when you're playing with people you actually like, you actually tend to perform a lot better.
Yes.
Because a lot of times you're in a situation where you and that guy don't really get along that well, and the chemistry isn't there. There's cliques in the team, and and it kind of creates a divide. But you don't see that divide within Arsenal. You see that Arteta, ever since that first 3 games, he seemed like he really got it going on for him, and he got it working, and he has the message put across to the guys, and they know what they need to do, and they're going out and do
Yes.
that. On Tomiyasu, I knew of this player before, and I wasn't so convinced by the signing because I was like, you know what I mean? Because, Arsenal, I'm expecting like a bigger name maybe, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it just proves that you don't need the big names all the time, and you don't need to spend the big money all the time. You could just, play money ball, get the player with the best stats, bring him in, and, his stamina is off the chain, man. He's a Japanese international. He's only 22 years old. Most wouldn't even believe that. And he has settled in the Premier League so nicely, man.
Yes.
You see what I mean? And a lot of people like to complain and say, oh, give this player time, give that player time, give Timo Werner and give Havertz more time. How much these guys like Tomiyasu just walk in the league and say, okay, this is the same, this looks like the same thing I've been playing in Bologna. It's green, there's chairs over there. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? And I like that. I like when players adapt. And also another player to give some credit to that were really, really good in the game was Nuno Tavares, not Nuno Mendes. Nuno Tavares. Yeah, I get mixed up. I get mixed up with these Portuguese left backs. But yeah, I've been thinking about left backs. Man City, we don't have any really. You don't have any left backs really. So, I was looking at left backs for a while.
Sorry, I think you need to be looking at a striker now.
So look. Watch yourself, if that guy Nuno Tavares, if Nuno Tavares has a good season, somebody will look to scoop him up. You see what I mean? So you never know. But yeah, the striker thing though, yeah, definitely we probably need a striker though. But it won't be Harry Kane anymore.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah,
I think
he could. Yeah, he could stay where he's at. But look, Melina, just to get back to the game, man. Arsenal played well, but I think the X factor. The player that won this game for you is no other than Ramsdale, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because he made a mistake in the 28th minute and he made amends for it immediately.
Yes.
Outtro, he gave the ball away and he saved. That was a brilliant save. Arsenal, it was just their work rate. Their work rate was on a whole nother level. And, when you're putting in the work, you see like how on my YouTube channel I put in a lot of work, that's the only way you're going to get results, when you put in the work. If you sit back and don't put in the work, you won't see results. And Arsenal have been putting in the work, and I'm pretty sure that they're putting in the work during training as well. And it's showing on the field. Ramsdale, man, look, the Maddison save, that double save, Peter Schmeichel came out and said that's the best save he's seen in the longest while.
That's incredible to come from Peter Schmeichel to say that. That boy deserves a lot more credit, which is why I'm eating my words for that signing.
It was same here. I talk a lot of shit about Ramsdale too. I put out a little a YouTube short on what I said about Ramsdale, because I was like, where you go with this? It's true though. It's true, because you sign a player that's relegated twice in his last 2 seasons. It's like, what is this? Is this a joke?
I thought from the start, I was like, I was cussing right, left, and center. I said, look, it's not the club. If it's happened at different clubs, what the heck is going on? And then I'm like, all right, he's in the Arsenal shirt now. I gotta back this guy. All hell breaks loose. Hail Mary and that, and he turned up, and he's starting to become a fan favorite. And again, like I said earlier, it's building that competition with Leno. But I think, with Leno leaving us, it's only right and fair that Ramsdale steps up into that role. And he really shows he wants to be a leader. But one thing I will say is in that Brighton game, when he made some mistakes, and he didn't really have that great of footwork, I haven't seen much from him at Arsenal in shot stopping wise. But he owned up to when he makes mistakes, and he says, I need to work better on this. That kind of self-acknowledgement is what we don't have from, Leno. We don't really have the basics of a goalkeeper from Leno.
Leno is a bit tame, man. I think Leno got some demons he's dealing with. Seriously. Because if you realize when Leno makes mistakes or whenever there's something, he seems like he's beating himself up.
Out of place, yeah.
Like he's beating himself up, and he's like in his own head. You see what I'm saying? He look at his face. He just looks like he's always looking like sad. Like cheer up, smile. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate. You see, listen, let me tell you something. This guy, Aaron Ramsdale, and he deserved to be talked about this way. And I'm telling you, when I watched what he was doing in this game, the distribution, you saw
his
some
ball
of his
distribution is incredible.
I was like, am I watching Edison here or what? I'm like, is this Edison? It was like his goal saving ability, his ball playing as well, even though
Also,
he made
like
a few
the
mistakes.
commanding inside his box
Yes,
is incredible. And you know who I
he
don't see
yelled,
that from? I don't
Leno.
see that shit from Leno.
You know what? You know what Ramsdale does? He barks at the defenders whenever they make
Yes.
mistakes.
Yes.
So what the defenders are gonna be like, oh man, we need to shut this guy up. Let's not make any
He
mistakes.
tells you fix up, stay in your place, and stay in your
Exactly.
lane.
Look.
And that's what we need from a goalkeeper.
In my notes here, 58 minute, a Lookman shot saved by Ramsdale. 68 minute, Johnny Evans kick, save Ramsdale with a save again. Barnes in the 62nd minute, saved by Ramsdale again.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then Aubameyang had a shot saved in the 78th minute. And that was the last major thing that happened in the game. But it was Aaron Ramsdale bossing the game, being very commanding, being a leader in this team. And if Arsenal continues to play like this in every game, have the belief and just play as a team, work with the manager, stick to the plan, they could get back and, I'm not gonna say Champions League, but but Europa League, you know what I'm saying? It would be a start.
I'll take Europa League back.
It would definitely be a start, though. It would be a start because I'm telling you, the work rate of this team is just unbelievable, man. And I have to give Arsenal the praises, and it has been a remarkable turnaround after the three games early on in the season. So a lot of praises to all the players, man. I want to, Ben White, not the greatest start, but he's settling in. And the partnership he's building with Gabriel.
Yes, it's really good. The cohesion them two have together is incredible.
What Arsenal has to continue to build on is just the continuity of having a core of players. Like, for example, with Tierney's not fit, you have Nuno Tavares would step in and actually perform to Tierney's level. And, Tavares has been very, very good.
He has been really good.
Yeah. Sometimes he runs into the midfield and, he has, good ball playing skills as well. And, we talk about Tomiyasu as well. Lokonga, I think, would grow in confidence with time. Partey has been huge.
I think Lokonga has been a really good partnership with Partey. And, although they're really young, they're learning and adapting quickly. And I think, the training sessions might be helping. The coaching from, senior players. With Granit Xhaka out injured, the one thing Arteta tended to do was change the entire system when there was one injury. But now he knows what is my best 11. And now, I can comfortably say there's no player on that starting 11 at the weekend that I dislike or that I said you don't deserve your spot there,
Yeah, they're committed. The players are committed. And even when Leicester changed their shape, changed the system in the second half, and they looked a lot better, they came out with the attackers, they had Barnes and Lookman on the field. You guys were still able to fend them off. Even though it was very difficult, you were still able to manage the game well and switch up your style, seeing that you had the 2 goals already and come away with a big 3 points here. So, look, man, the only way you could go is up. You jump from 10th to 5th. You now drop back to 6th with that United win and everything against Tottenham. And 6th right now is absolutely brilliant. 7 Premier League games unbeaten. And you could throw in the League Cup games as well. You guys are doing well. So, look, man, it's a much better conversation that we're having a much better conversation than we did the last time. I'm telling you, because the last time the conversation was a bit dreary.
It was so depressing. I was like, Dominic, I don't even know where my club is going at this point.
It was basically, what I basically did was an inquest. I'm like, we have to do an inquest to what's going on here right now. But look, Arsenal, as I mentioned, they're 6th right now, 17 points. And Leicester, they're struggling 11th with 14 points. So pretty decent stuff. Arsenal only 3 points off West Ham and City. So look, if you guys get into the top 4, all you have to do is just try to your best to stay there. Melina, what I have for you now, I have some questions on things non-related or maybe related to Arsenal, but we talked about the game, right?
Yeah.
talked about the game. Before I move on, let me just touch on who Arsenal play next. I like to do that. You guys play Watford, that's a London
At
derby, and then
home.
you have
Yeah.
Liverpool, yep, on the road. And for Leicester City, they do have Europa League football, Spartak Moscow at home, and then they have Leeds United. So, Melina, how do you feel about Nuno Espirito Santo getting sacked?
Nuno getting sacked, I think it was really like expected that he would be the first one in the El Sacico, however
El
they called it.
Sakiko.
With Conte coming in, Conte's a bastard type of manager, and I felt like, Man United needed him, but I don't think he would have suited the Man United system and style of football that they play. But with Spurs getting a serious manager like a Conte, I still don't think it's going to really work out right away because of Daniel Levy. And I don't think Levy and Conte, I don't think they're going to get along. Conte at Chelsea, he's a very, very stern manager. He brought in N'Golo Conte that year and still won them a trophy. But he was the same manager who fired someone in his management team over simple text messages. He's a very, one-dimensional type of manager. I still think, if he's able to get the players he wants in that January window, get backed by Daniel Levy, they'll probably, get a trophy out of the Conference League.
How much more do you want Tottenham to spend, though? They've spent a lot.
Yeah, they've spent a lot.
Look,
oh my goodness, absolute woeful rubbish. They spent a lot of money, and the team has no structure. I don't know. Halloween was just yesterday, and it felt like Kane has been wearing a ghost costume all season.
I love it, man. I love it. Look.
I really don't know where his head is. He should have came to Man City. Obviously, that didn't happen. He just looks like he doesn't even want to play.
Melina, Nuno sacked. Arsenal destroyed Tottenham in the North London derby. I know you were absolutely over the moon, right? They've lost 4 London derbies this season already. Chelsea,
crazy,
Crystal Palace, West Ham, Arsenal, and they lost to United, which makes 5 losses. They lost in the Conference League. Like, for a team like Tottenham, why are you losing in the Conference League? You see what I'm saying? And they even drew a game to Rennes as well. And they did draw a game in the playoff against Pacos Ferreira. So they've been very lackluster. Very lackluster. Nuno didn't really get to impose his identity on the team. They weren't really playing the attractive football that we saw from them. And it's weird saying this, but they did look good under Mourinho for some time when Kane was actually picking up those goals and assists. And Son was doing his thing as well. And what they are now is just a shadow of, some of the teams, some of the good seasons they've had over the years. Ideally, where do you want Tottenham to finish, Melina, as an Arsenal fan?
As an Arsenal fan, I'm going to be generous and respectful here because we're live.
You can't be generous, man. You cannot be generous. You cannot be respectful here.
I'm going to say
Where
10th. I'm going to say 10th or 12th, between 10th and 12th, mid-table, be where we were early on and just sit there comfortably. Enjoy the dust while you're at it down there.
Yeah, personally, I would love to see Tottenham get relegated. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
I don't like Tottenham.
The team that I want to see relegated is Norwich, because Norwich and Burnley.
I thought you would actually say Tottenham, though. You know what I mean?
I don't see Spurs getting relegated.
I'm saying, as an Arsenal fan, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would want Tottenham in the freaking National League.
Yeah.
I would want them in the National League, I'm telling you.
I don't, the thing is, they have no trophies other than that Audi Cup that they're hanging on to. And they're not really much of a competition to us.
Look, isn't it crazy how every time I think Antonio Conte, I think N'Golo Conte. I don't know why.
Me too. Oh my God.
I don't know why. But look, Conte, isn't it crazy? Conte had a white phone labeled Tottenham over here and a red phone labeled
Yeah.
Manchester United over there. And he's watching the game and he's just sitting down, smoking a cigar, waiting for
Who's
one
gonna
of them
call me?
phones to
Yeah.
ring. And it was the white phone that rang. And it was crazy that he was linked to the United job and now he is going to Tottenham. He's a good manager, and if he manages to like really put a spell on the team, and they could win something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be for real. They could win something, not the league, but maybe the FA Cup, maybe the League Cup, or maybe that Conference League. But I don't think they're gonna win nothing though. I really don't think they're gonna win nothing because I think it's the players. I think the players have to take some, accountability for
There's
what
no
they do on the
unity
field.
in that squad. There's no dynamic whatsoever.
They are not good.
Yeah.
Ben Davies is no good.
Shit. Scarlett is absolutely rubbish. Bergwijn, however you pronounce his name, is rubbish.
Bergwijn, to be honest, is decent. But Eric Dyer is garbage.
Dele Alli.
Dele Alli is washed. You have, as I mentioned, Ben Davies. Dougherty went there from Wolves. He has done nothing. You know what I'm saying? Davinson Sanchez, I don't know what. He has not progressed since he left from Ajax. And the team is just like, it's just a weird team, man. Seriously. I don't know what it is. And I know Tottenham fans might run into my videos from time to time and they probably don't like me. You see what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't care, man. Seriously.
But you say it how it is, and that's how it should
Melina,
be.
I'm not here to please fellow YouTubers and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, I tuned into Tottenham TV today. That shit was so boring. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
guys should be throwing everything in the room. You're in a crisis right now. You should be throwing everything in the room right now. You guys are just sitting down. I'm like, come on, man. Listen, man. I'm just keeping it real. You got to bring the heat. Your manager just got sacked. You got to bring the heat.
And the thing is, like, not one player came out and said, like, oh, we're sorry for the sacking of Nuno. Like, no one gives a damn.
Listen, man. Listen, it's a joke club. I'm telling you. Look at City. Look at how long Pep's been there.
Yeah, for sure.
Mancini had a good run. You see what I mean? Pellegrini had a little run there as well. But look at Liverpool and the progress and the stability. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Crisis, injury crisis. City, a little injury crisis. You see what I'm saying? But Tottenham, Arsenal went through their little crisis too with the Unai Emery and the you know what I mean, and the
I don't know if you heard the news, Dom. The Newcastle job. Apparently, they're seeking Unai Emery.
Yeah.
The thing with Man United is, I think Pochettino might actually take the PSG job. I think Zidane might go take the PSG job, and I think Pochettino in the summer might go to Man United.
But the thing about United, though, Ole just don't want to let go the wheel.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He don't want to let go the wheel. And I'm telling you, Ole is going to keep picking up those results. And he's just going to... Just to talk about, transition to Ole before I let you go because, I told you, you just come on for a short time. Let's talk. And then, I get back to the show. Look, Ole... Talk a little bit about Ole, right? And United. Ole needs to just say, listen, let's take I want to do another job at the club, not the manager. Yes. You need to relinquish the role and then let someone else come in who actually knows what they're doing to take over the club. And that's the only way they're going to actually progress. But what's going to end up happening, Ole wants the job. So he's going to beat Tottenham. He might get a result against City. He might lose against Chelsea or get a draw. And, he play you guys. He might draw or beat you guys. You see what I mean? So then those results from the Tottenham to City to Chelsea to Watford to Arsenal to Crystal Palace, they're gonna get some good results. Believe me. And only reason they're gonna get the results is because it's the crisis, right? It's the crisis.
They have to turn up then.
It
Yeah.
always happens. It
Yeah.
always happens. Unless this week, Man City ripped them apart at home. You know?
You guys gotta do what you did to us.
But the thing is, I don't think, I'm just giving you guys an early preview into what I think. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen. And Ole now is gonna stay in charge, and that's gonna be Manchester United's downfall. It's like a broken relationship where, you know, the man cheats and then he tries to apologize and he fixes things, but then 6 months later he cheats again, and then the wife doesn't find out or whatever, and then he keeps on doing this thing, and then maybe she finds out, and then you understand, the only way there's a healthy, you know, anything, you know, progress is for both parties to just let go. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
And I think that's what's going on with Manchester United. Seriously. So yeah, man. Next time somebody asks you what you want Tottenham, just say relegated every time. Relegated. Don't have no mercy, man. Seriously.
For sure.
You know, you've seen the Squid Games, right?
Yes, I have.
It's a Squid Game out here. That's what it is. We always timed. We go to work. We're on a timer. Everything is on a timer. Everything. You play football, it's on a timer. It's a Squid Games. You'll get eliminated. Somebody has to get eliminated. It's survival of the fittest, man. So, Alina, before you go, where do you think Arsenal would finish if they continue this consistent form? Where do you think they would finish this season?
If we continue this consistent form and beat Man United, hopefully get a result against Liverpool or get a draw even, I say 5th or 6th, hopefully 5th or 4th.
That's realistic. That's realistic.
You know, I'm trying to be realistic. You know, injuries can get the best of us, and AFCON coming up soon, so we'll lose a lot of our players to that too. But 5th or 6th, I will say.
But other teams would lose players as well, you know what I mean?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, it would kind of balance things out. But that's realistic, and it's very, very important that you stay realistic out here and you do not come off as delusional, man. A lot of people come off as delusional, and delusional fans for me are a turn off, man.
It's
you know
too
what I'm
much.
saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of delusional Chelsea fans out there. Just want to put it out there, man. You know, that I encounter on Twitter. Just want to send a message out there right now. I ain't gonna call no names, and you see what I'm saying? It's just, you know, you know what? In the future, I want to talk to some of these Chelsea fans live. You see what I mean? Put them in a hot seat and see what they're going to say then in front of people. Because on Twitter, seems like they got those Twitter fingers, you know what I'm saying? They keyboard warriors over there on Twitter. They could say what they have to say, but they're not logical. You feel me? Like they want to accept Timo Werner scoring 14 goals or 15 goals in 60 odd games. While a player like Hwang Hee-chan came in and played 10 Premier League goals and scored 5 or 6 or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So I can't stand that, man. You know, and thanks for keeping it real. Thanks for actually,
no worries.
You know,
Thanks for having me on your show too.
Pretty sure we'll talk again, because what I like is that we're on the same time zone. You in Canada, I'm in New York. You know, you in the 6th, Toronto.
Yes.
You know, that's the city that I go to whenever I did go to Canada. I haven't been to Canada in a while. I had planned to go to Canada, but the whole pandemic hit, so kind of delay that. So hopefully in the future, who knows? Maybe one day we link up in the 6th. You feel me?
Yes, of course.
You know, so tell the people where they can find you, Melina. I'll put a link in the description.
Thank you
maybe
so much,
later
Dom,
on.
for having me on your show. It's been brilliant, and you keep it real as always. If you guys want to check out my content, my channel is just called Miss Melina. I do Fantasy Premier League and Arsenal post-match tactical analyses as well.
Nice. You want to tell them where they can find you on Twitter too? You know, I mean, you're pretty active
Miss
on
Melina
Twitter.
7 on Twitter.
What's a 7 stand for though?
It's just a lucky number because I'm a Ronaldo fan.
Oh, I thought your birthday was the 7th day of a month or something.
Nah, mine's the 13th of September.
Yeah, my birthday is the 7th of January, and that's my favorite number
Oh,
too.
wow.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's something we do have in common. We like the number 7. So look, guys, that's Miss Melina. Thank you very much for coming through. And
See you later. Thank
hopefully-
you for having me on.
Hope we talk again soon. Okay. Peace. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed a little discussion. I aim to bring football fans in to talk. You know what I mean? Banter, talk shit about Tottenham as well. And the best person to do that with is an Arsenal fan. Hopefully in the future I could talk to some of you guys. You guys could come on and we could chat football. You know what I mean? And I have no apologies for what I said about anything at all. So let's keep it moving. Remember, it's for entertainment purposes only. Can't use it against me. It's all fun and games. All right? So let's keep it moving, though. Let us keep it moving. We have a lot more things to talk about. We just talked about the Arsenal-Leicester game where Arsenal prevailed 2-0. We do have 5 more matches to go through. And we were doing pretty good in terms of time. I did tell Melina I want her on for 30 minutes, and she was on for 35. So that was pretty good in terms of time management and everything. And thanks to everybody in the stream for actually, being so welcoming and everything of Miss Melina. You guys are the real deal. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So big up to the boy, Doug. Doug in the house, man. Doug, how are you feeling, man? Doug just moved into his new place. You know what I'm saying? For the first time. Oh, man, Doug, that must be a good feeling, man. That must be a great feeling. I remember that. But I used to be a single man those days, though. That used to be the best days, bro. I'm telling you. Oh, man. You got the own I got the free crib. Free crib. I was like 25 years old. Oh, man, it was a wrap. But anyways, big up to the boy Z in the house. How are you doing, Z? Yeah, let's talk. Let's go. So let us keep it moving. We have 5 games to talk about. We got some big ones. Let's talk about the Chelsea-Newcastle game. This one don't really have a lot to actually talk about in terms of the match itself, but we have to touch on Chelsea and, the threat that they pose in terms of, the Premier League title and all that good stuff. So, Chelsea 3, Newcastle 0. 3 second half goals. Newcastle did put up a good fight, just wasn't good enough. Just wasn't resilient enough for the brilliance of Reece James and Jorginho from the penalty spot here. So, no changes for Newcastle. After that draw against Crystal Palace, Chelsea made 3 changes. N'Golo Kante fit again. Christensen ready to play again after surgery at the dentist. And Hakim Ziyech, who has not been so good at all for Chelsea this season, given a chance from the start. Mason Mount was injured, unavailable. Lukaku, Timo Werner, all unfit. And of course, Captain America himself, Christian Pulisic, still out with an injury. So it just shows Chelsea's strength in depth. It's their depth that's their strength right now, because usually you would think, right, Lukaku out, Werner out, Mount out, Pulisic out, there's going to be a problem. But no problem. Defenders 3 at the back with Christensen, Thiago, and Rudiger. Midfield with Jorginho, Kante, Ben Chilwell, and Reece James on the wings. And Chilwell's been in the goals, and now Reece James in the goals. Callum Hudson-Odoi getting more starts these days. Hakim Ziyech and Kai Havertz. Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi all benefiting from the injuries to the aforementioned players in Lukaku and Timo Werner. And then they have the depth to come off the bench. Malang Sarr, Trevor Chalobah has been playing well, in the cups, or even, when the more senior defenders were unavailable. Marcos Alonso, he's been in good form, so it's good to have him to alternate with Ben Chilwell. When you have Aspilicueta on the bench, that's a good sign, when you think about it. But you see the substitutes used here. Saul late in the game, but Loftus-Cheek and Ross Barkley brought in the 64th minute and seemingly were the catalyst to pick up those goals for Chelsea because the goals all came after the 64th minute there. So Chelsea did get chances in the first half. 33rd minute, Havertz and Ziyech with a double miss. And Newcastle did get a half chance, a weak header in the 43rd minute. But that was the only thing of note to actually talk about in terms of Newcastle. It was a poor performance. And with Steve Bruce out of the way, Graham Jones still in charge, the club is in somewhat of a limbo right now after being taken over. You remember they was saying that they're in limbo. Wait, let me take this off. I can't even hear myself speak. But remember they were in limbo with the whole takeover thing. Now they're in limbo in terms of their Premier League status, where they have not been playing well at all. They are yet to pick up a win this season in 10 games. This is relegation stuff. It's still not too late. You see what I'm saying? There's still 28 games to go, but this is relegation performances. It's relegation performances. You see what I mean? So, look, Reece James with 2 brilliant goals, man. 2 brilliant goals. I got to say, recycled balls, and, you see no one's credited for the assist there. Recycled balls and put into the back of the net. Brilliant goals by Reece James, I got to say, man. Listen, time and time again, I've been saying Reece James, in my opinion, I think Reece James is the better right back than Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm just going to put it in there right about now. If there's anybody want to argue with me right now, feel free to do so, but you're fighting a losing battle. I'm telling you this. Reece James is the better defender, and he got the goals in his locker, and he has, he's very good in dead ball situations. I'm telling you, that's the more complete package, guys. Reece James. Remember I told you that. I'm preaching. And I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, a lot of things that I've said have actually came to pass. And you'll be like, damn, Dom was actually saying this, Oh, man, I should have listened. But those are some good freaking goals, man, to break the deadlock. And Kai Havertz played in, brought down by Carl Darlow. And Jorginho stepped up, took the penalty, brilliantly dispatched by the player that the Chelsea fans think should win the Ballon d'Or. Will never happen. It won't happen. Just want to put it out there. It won't happen. You see what I mean? So, yeah. So, Chelsea with a convincing 3-0 victory. All goals in the second half. First half, yeah, they were the more dominant team. But Newcastle, as expected, were going to be resilient, not play with a lot of the ball, and try to actually grind out some type of result. Maybe a counter-attacking goal or two, and, shock Chelsea on the day, which they're capable of doing, to be fair to them. But St. Maxim or Callum Wilson wasn't able to strut their stuff on the day, and Chelsea romped away with the victory. They stay on top of the table, 25 points, 1 draw and a loss, 8 wins. They're doing the damn thing this season, looking prime to be in the title race for as long as it takes. So for Newcastle, down towards the bottom of the table in 19th, no wins, 4 draws, 6 losses, 4 points. Steve Bruce, as I mentioned, sacked already. Takeover have already happened. They're linked to a few managers to come in and take the job. Unai Emery, the latest name that's been thrown in the hat. But in my opinion, if I'm Unai Emery, I stick with my Villarreal project. He's Spaniard. He would be at home in his home country. Stay over there. Don't come over here where the media is going to mock your English and all of that and talk shit about you and good evening and things like that. Stay where you at, Unai, and keep winning Europa Leagues, bro. Do not go to Newcastle. I advise you, do not go to Newcastle. That's just my opinion. I think he should stay where he's at. Let Paulo Fonseca, one of them guys, take the job. You see what I mean? Because Newcastle needs a lot of fixing, and I don't think Unai Emery is going to fix that overnight. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Big up to the boy Adam, the great big Chelsea fan in here, who says Jorginho shouldn't win the Ballon d'Or. He isn't the best. For me, it's Robert Lewandowski or N'Golo Kante. Yeah, I think Kante has fallen out of that race a little bit because of his injury problems in 2021. It's Robert Lewandowski. in my opinion, man. It is Robert Lewandowski. So, yeah, man, big win for Chelsea. In terms of the Premier League, man, in terms of the Premier League, Chelsea are putting their hands up and they're saying, we want this. We want this Premier League, all right? But a big question mark would be when the AFCON comes around and you lose Edward Mendy. The Chelsea fans been saying that Edward Mendy is the best goalkeeper in the league. He's the best this, he's the best that. I don't think he's the best goalkeeper in the league. I'm just keeping it real. And, let's see how long he keeps that up for. As I said, man, football fans very, very fickle. As soon as something happens, they quick to say, hey, best in the world. And then next week, oh, man, he's shit. Get him out the club. You see what I'm saying? So we just have to let him play another full season and see if he keeps up this consistency and Chelsea keeps winning things. And then you say, yeah, man, it's because of this guy, Mendy. He's been pulling off some good saves, but there's a lot of goalkeepers that's been pulling off good saves. You see what I mean? The Leeds goalkeeper, Ilian Melier, pulls off some ridiculous saves. Aaron Ramsdale have been pulling off some ridiculous saves, even though his teams got relegated. So people just like to talk, man. You feel me? They just like to talk. I want him to do it on a consistent basis. That's what I want from Mendy. He's a good goalkeeper. I'm not taking that away from him. But he's not the best in the league, in my opinion. Maybe he's the best black goalkeeper in the league. Yeah. But that's about it. Maybe he's the best goalkeeper at Chelsea. But when the African Cup of Nations come around, how would Chelsea fare? What are their fixtures in January, right? And if Senegal goes deep, you never know. So Chelsea, well, January 2nd, they play Liverpool. I don't know when the players are going to go to the African Cup of Nations. The African Cup of Nations start the 9th of January. So I'm pretty sure they would leave a week before. So he might, and I've been hearing something that the players may leave in December, like late December, to join up and, train with their various teams. So I don't know how true that is, but let's say he missed the Liverpool game. He missed the Man City game on the 15th. He missed the Tottenham game on the 22nd, right? Those are 3 big games for sure that he'll miss. You see what I mean? And if Senegal goes all the way to the final, let me just double check the AFCON right here and see when it really goes to. I know it starts January 9th and it goes all the way to February 6th. So, yeah, January 9th to February 6th. And for Chelsea, they have, as I mentioned, January 2nd. I don't think he'll be available for the Liverpool game, the City game, the Tottenham game with Antonio Conte in charge. Yeah. And he might miss the Brighton game too if Senegal goes to the final. Let's say Senegal do not go to the final, 3 game stops. Those 3 games could be pivotal, where if you have a goalkeeper like Kepa, who is capable, he is capable. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say he's not capable, but he's not Mendy. You know what I'm saying? I think Mendy's a better goalkeeper than Kepa. Chelsea could struggle. Those are 3 big games. Let's say they lose all 3. That's 9 points dropped. The title could be decided by 5-6 points or so. So just want to put that out there and have that as a talking point of how the African Cup of Nations could affect Chelsea's title dreams, their aspirations this season. So, look, with that being said, they'll still have a lot of their players, Lukaku if fit, Werner, Havertz, Mount, Pulisic, all these guys. I don't think Hakim Ziyech is going to the African Cup of Nations because him and the Moroccan coach right now isn't getting along. So he might not get picked. He hasn't been playing for Morocco for the World Cup qualifying games, and I doubt he'll get picked for the African Cup of Nations. But if he does, it doesn't even matter because Chelsea don't really need Hakim Ziyech, to be completely real. So, look, man, in terms of their next game, they will play Malmo. Malmo on the road, and then they play Burnley, Leicester, and then Juventus again. So for Newcastle United, look, Newcastle, they're in a lot of trouble. It would be crazy if they actually get taken over the same season they get relegated. You know what I mean? Or I'll put it the other way around and say they get relegated the same season they get taken over, and then they have to fight and come back up, which I think they might just do if they do get relegated. But relegation is something that Newcastle should take very, very serious right now. Their next game is against Brighton, and we know that Brighton are no team to F with. Brentford, yeah, Brentford not playing their best with their goalkeeper now injured, but still, you know, after the international break, that would be a hell of a fixture. And Arsenal, Norwich, where that could be a game where, who knows, they might end up drawing the game. So Newcastle are in a lot of trouble, and it's going to take a lot to get out. What are you guys saying in the chat right about now, man? Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Big up to the boy Stuart Barkley, who says, forget Salamani, miss also. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Salamani, miss? Oh, yeah. You're talking about the AFCON, right? Yeah, but we're not talking Liverpool yet, though. That's the thing. Yeah, you guys have to remember that. You know what I don't like with, not you, Stuart, right? What I don't like with some people is like, I'll make a video talking about Liverpool, and then they would come and comment about Man City. I never mentioned nothing about Man City in the video. It's not a Man City video, right? And they'll talk about Liverpool, and they talk about Man City. You got to learn to separate the topics, guys. If we're talking Liverpool, we're talking Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking Chelsea, we're talking Chelsea. If we're talking Leicester, we're talking Leicester. Some people don't know how to. They always try to throw back the City thing in my face. Like, I don't know what some people trying to prove, man, because, you know, I'm just out here. I'm working. You see what I'm saying? Let me work, man. If I want to put out 100 Liverpool videos for the month, let me do that. Let me be that guy that's informing the Liverpool fans way more than the Liverpool fans themselves. You see what I'm saying? If I'm going to come out here and give good insight and not just clickbait and talk a bunch of shit, you know, let me be that guy. You feel me? Let me be that guy. All right? Let me be that guy that gives another perspective and not just the Liverpool perspective that's most likely always biased and delusional. You see what I'm saying? So, let me work, man. Please, I beg you. Let me work. Let me work. Please. Anyways, we're going to move on, man. We got a lot of games to talk about. Let's go. We're doing well in terms of time. An hour 52 minutes. We're doing damn good. Aston Villa 1. West Ham United 4. This West Ham team is on fire. Telling you. They're on fire, baby. I predicted a draw for this one, but West Ham, man. West Ham, even, look, before I get into this, West Ham has been really good this season. I got to give it to West Ham. Man. West Ham are like one of my favorite teams right now. Listen, I'm a City fan. I'm just saying they're one of my favorite teams to watch. Because they're in the Europa League. When I'm watching Europa League, I want to watch West Ham play. You see what I mean? Very exciting. Very, very exciting team. My team, City, exciting to watch. But we don't take that West Ham approach where we might take a shot from distance. You see what I'm saying? Or we might rough up some players. No, West Ham, I'm telling you, I like the approach they take. They're very, very dynamic team. They got some dynamic players in their team there. You talk about an Antonio, his rise, Fornals, Declan Rice. You talk about Said Benrahma. You feel me? Jared Bowen. All of these guys are very, very dynamic. All of them. Shusek. These guys are filled with dynamism. The West Ham Dynamites. Let's go. Ben Johnson, 7th minute, first goal of the season. Brilliant shot from distance. And that's why I say Man City needs to try this more often. Take some shots from distance, man. You get the ball on the edge of the box, slap it, He might go through a forest of players, ricochet off one of them into the back of the net. The goalkeeper might be blinded, goes in the back of the net. We don't do this enough, and that's why we lose into teams like Crystal Palace. You see what I'm saying? And Tottenham. You have West Ham taking shots from distance. Declan Rice with that brilliant shot from distance. You see what I mean? But Ben Johnson in the 7th, set up by Rice. Ollie Watkins in the 34th, set up by Buendia. But let me not jump the gun. Let me get into the notes. Leon Bailey started the game. First start, I think, for Aston Villa this season after dealing with some injury problems. He did look good. He did get a shot straight at the keeper. Danny Ings out. Tyrone Mings dropped, which was a shock to me. Aston Villa, Dean Smith, who's under a lot of pressure right now. 4 games, the last 4 games, he have lost all 4, right? They dropped all the way down to 15th. They have 6 losses. 4 of them came in the last 4 games. The problem with Dean Smith is the experimenting with the 3 at the back. Ever since he played the 3 at the back against Chelsea, and he had a little bit of success even though they lost the game, he's been persistent with that. The last 6 games, he's played 3 at the back. And Villa lost 4 of those matches. The last 4 in a row. They actually lost 5 of those games. 5. You see what I'm saying? And I think the game that they won, they had reverted to 4 at the back in that game. So the thing is, he has to go back with the 4 at the back. I don't think with Cash and Target playing as wing backs, it's not working, man. It is not working. And by the way, guys, Matty Cash is now a full Polish international as he got his passport, and he has been called up to the Polish national team for the next international break. Matty Cash will be playing alongside Robert Lewandowski and Karol Linetti, and you have guys like Zielinski and what's his name there again? What's his freaking name? Bednarek and co. Let me not try to tell you all the freaking Polish players. But yeah, man, Kamil Glik, yeah, troublemaker. But Matty Cash will be playing for Poland and not England. Too many right backs. But yeah, the problem with Dean Smith and Aston Villa, I wish I had my boy Josh in the stream right now. I could have bring on Josh in here right now, and he could have given us more insight on what's going on at Villa right now. But Villa are struggling, man. They're struggling hard. They're struggling, I'm telling you, man. So, look, it was a good fight back for them. They came back in the game, and they look good. They look good for the most part. Like, after they conceded that first goal, they came back well, but then they were back behind again with that Declan Rice goal. 2-1 at halftime, and they came in the second half. They were fighting, but West Ham caught them on the break, and Ezri Konsa picked up a red card. 47th minute, the incident happened, but with the VAR review and everything, it was given at the 50th minute. So it was a Konsa. Ball played in, Fornals and Courtney House got into a whole tangle. Courtney House should have got sent off for his elbow in Fornals' face, but the referees looked past that and they picked up the denial of a clear goal scoring effort where Bowen was getting away and Konsa actually pulled him down. So they were down to 10 men, hampered even further, but they were fighting back. They were definitely fighting back in the game, man. There was an incident in the game where Nakamba and Fornals clashed. It was like a clash of knees, and Nakamba rolled around like 5 times, man. I actually wished I had my green screen still. Actually, I have my green screen somewhere in the room back there. I have to start doing some more of those videos, man. Nakamba rolled on the ground about 5 times, I'm telling you. I'm like, why? Is that even necessary? 5 times. I know you guys saw that video, though. And by the way, Marvelous Nakamba should have Marvelous at the back of his shirt and not Nakamba. I think he's missing a whole marketing trick there by putting Nakamba and not Marvelous at the back of his shirt there. Big up to the boy JaVale Hara in the house. How you feeling, man? How you feeling? So big up to Johnny Longs as well. Who else we got in here, man? Steve. Zachary, all of you guys in here right now. Big up to y'all. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Let's get the stream up to 50 thumbs up, guys. We need 3 more likes to get it up to 50. We'll definitely appreciate that. You know, this is the weekly show where we review all of the Premier League results, and on Thursdays I do preview all the results, the games as well. Just for an announcement, I will be attempting to do a prediction video on Wednesday night, maybe around from 8 o'clock to maybe 11 in the night. That's a Champions League match night, but I'm going to attempt to do it because I won't be able to do it on the Thursday. I'll be traveling, and I don't want to get up and do it. You see what I mean? The flight is about 12 o'clock, and I don't want to cut it too close on the day I have to travel. I want to get up and prepare, make sure I have everything before I, head on out on my little vacation day. I deserve it. I will be doing some videos while I'm on vacation, though, but not any kind of heavy lifting. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's get back to the match. Just wanted to give you guys that information. So we will be doing the watch along for the Champions League tomorrow, and we will be doing one on Wednesday as well. And on Wednesday, I'll attempt to do the Premier League live stream where the replay value will be good for Thursday and Friday, Saturday, and we have a lot of games coming up on Sunday as well. So, yeah, man, second half there, West Ham, they really went on it. With Villa throwing the kitchen sink at the game, Dean Smith needed to respond. 10 men, they were really trying to come back in the game, but they left themselves way too open, and West Ham just pounced. They got 2 more goals. It was on a brilliant break in the 80th minute. Long ball came down. Antonio flicked it off his head to Bowen, and he got his shot saved, and Pablo Fornals tapped it in 3-1, and he celebrated like he had just won the World Cup with Spain. And the 84th minute, Antonio linked up with Lanzini, who played in Bowen for a well-deserved tap-in, and West Ham romped to an emphatic 4-1 victory. They've been scoring a lot of goals lately, man. They're one of the highest scoring teams in the Premier League, and it might be behind Liverpool and Manchester City. The next team up there, definitely West Ham, man. You got to give it to West Ham. If you check last season for West Ham, West Ham United scored 62 goals. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Leicester scored 68. Chelsea scored 58 goals. So West Ham scored more goals than Chelsea last season, but, Chelsea's defense is, good. You know what I mean? Man City scored 83. Liverpool scored 68, and West Ham scored 62. So, you know what I mean? Just let that sink in. Just let that sink in and just think about it. This season, they already have 20 goals. That's as many goals as Manchester City. But then again, the defense, 11 goals conceded. It's natural when you attack so much, you let in some goals. So Chelsea do have 26 goals scored this season, 3, conceded. And Liverpool, the highest scoring team in the league with 29. So just want to give you guys some, info relative to what's going on with West Ham United there. So just for some more info, guys, I want to give you guys some more info before we move on to the next game. Aston Villa, they're in a little crisis right about now. Are they missing Jack Grealish? Did they not spend the Grealish money properly? They brought in Leon Bailey, Buendia. They brought in Danny Ings. They've signed players. They have the personnel at the club. I know they've been dealing with a few injury problems here and there, a change of system. But, look, they have the guys. They got the guys. They have the guys, and they have to actually perform a lot better than they have been playing. You see what I'm saying? John McGinn has been playing good. Jacob Ramsey, but it's still not good enough. Watkins not scoring enough, even though, he did get one that was his second goal of the season. Danny Ings, you know what I mean? Just question marks. Question marks, man. Emi Martinez, surprised to see him concede 4 in that game. Seriously. So look, West Ham have now won consecutive away matches against Aston Villa for the first time since a run of 3 between 1965 and 67. That's how mad West Ham has been. Aston Villa have conceded at least 3 goals in 3 consecutive league games for the first time since December 2012 in the Premier League as well. So look, the 3 at the back thing is not working. They got to revert to what they were doing before. They're too leaky at the back, man. Too leaky. West Ham have picked up 20 points after 10 matches this season, winning 6, drawing 2, losing 2, converting to 3 points per win all time. Only in 1975-76 have they earned more points at this stage of a top flight campaign with 21. So, awesome stuff by West Ham United, man. Look, David Moyes deserves a lot of praises. I got to give it to David Moyes. You see what I mean? You know, he was a kind of manager that people memed before. You know, they talk shit about David Moyes, but who's laughing now? You see what I mean? You got to give it to him. He's doing a really good job. When you see clubs in the Premier League struggling with their managers right now, Tottenham, Newcastle, you know, you have Norwich not doing well. You have Man United in the news every week for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and you have David Moyes there doing the business. He's the one who deserves to be in the news for how good he's doing with this team. Neat team. And the thing about West Ham too, they're very ambitious, but I think they have the right ambitions. You see what I mean? Stadium, a lot of fans as well. We're going to extend the stadium to 62,000 capacity. That is awesome, man. You know what I mean? Like, as a City fan, I wish we had 60,000 people in the stadium every time. I'm just making fun of myself, guys. You know what I mean? That's all I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad. Sad shit. Anyways, where my City fans at in here, man? Where they at? Where you at? But Villa, since they went down to 10 men, they'll never stand a chance against West Ham. So the thing about Aston Villa too, guys, they have a pretty okay run coming up. Southampton, Brighton, and Palace, where they have to aim to pick up 1 or 2 wins in here. But then they have City, Leicester, Liverpool. That's gonna be rough. That is gonna be a rough. The next couple games is gonna be rough, man, because even though I said Southampton, Brighton, Palace, these teams are proven to be pain in the asses this season as well. So for West Ham United, they do have Europa League football and they play Genk on the road. They travel to Belgium. While the next game will be against Liverpool. They host Liverpool. You know, last season they were very tame against Liverpool. I think they showed them too much respect. Let's see what they're going to do in 2021-22. So, what are you guys saying in the chat right now? Talk to me. Dom, stop lying. You don't even get 60,000 on a good day. They got the camera focused on one area of the crowd. What are you talking about? I'm not talking about me. I'm making fun of me, bro. City don't get 60,000. You crazy? You mad? They don't. See what I'm saying? So Gervais says, I was at McDonald's yesterday, opened my Big Mac and found a City ticket in the box. Didn't even want my food anymore. Ha. Good joke. Gervais, where you at? In England? You based in England, bro? You guys give away Premier League tickets in McDonald's boxes? I didn't know that. Let me find out you at McDonald's ordering a freaking Happy Meal, bro. Let me find out. See what I'm saying? Let me find out. Victor Alexander says, Dom, City don't have the fan base. Definitely don't, man. Definitely don't. You know, don't tell me about it. I know. Guys, you need one more thumbs up to get to 50. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the live stream. Do appreciate that. So, look. That'll be it for that game. Talked about everything I have in my notes here. And brilliant win for West Ham United. I did predict a draw, but it ended up being a win. So, what else we got to talk about? We got some big games to go. You got the City Palace. You got the Liverpool Brighton. We got the Tottenham Manchester United. I think that's about it. Let me just double check. Talked about Wolves Everton, Villa West Ham, Norwich Leeds, Watford Southampton, Newcastle Chelsea. Talked about Burnley Brentford, Leicester Arsenal with our girl Melina. So let's move on to the next one. Let's go. Man City 0. Crystal Palace 2. We lost. We lost the game. It was a horrible performance. Zaha in the 6th minute. I don't even understand how Zaha scored that goal. I don't. It was a Laporte giveaway. Good break by Crystal Palace. This kid, Conor Gallagher, is a pain in the ass. Just want to put it out there. And set up Zaha. And I don't know how he scored. I honestly don't know how he beat Ederson. How does Ederson get beaten like that? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't know if it's because Ederson is always coming off his line. If you stay back, you never get beaten. Stay the fuck back, man. Stay back sometimes. You see what I mean? Stay back. Let the defender deal with the damn freaking attacker and stay back. If Zaha is able to dribble past the defender, and then yeah. But stay back, man. That was pathetic. The way Ederson got beaten for that shot, it was pathetic, man. Seriously, just got to put it out there. It was a pathetic goalkeeping performance there for that goal. Just want to put it out there. And then the Laporte red card, it was just stupid, man. Seriously. Listen, let me not get myself worked up here. But we were not good enough. We were not good enough. All right? One change for City. Kevin De Bruyne came in for Gundogan. Kouyaté came in for Milivojevic. And watch that change, right? Kouyaté, a hard-working player. Milivojevic more, you know what I mean, pass the ball around, more technically gifted. Kouyaté, you know, Senegalese international would rough you up, and he has the height as well. And I think that was a really good ploy to play him. And, you know, him and Conor Gallagher in the midfield worked really well by unsettling City and winning the ball back when they pressed really, really good. Look, talked about the Zaha goal. Horrible goal to concede there. Had to chase the game. Kept on chasing the game. Never caught Crystal Palace. It was a frustrating first 30 minutes of the game to watch, man. I'm telling you, man. They frustrated the hell out of us. It was just a frustrating game. The word frustrating is the word that I have to keep using about this game. Jack Grealish, all of these guys, just frustrating to watch. I'm telling you. Frustrating, man. Listen, Grealish, he's getting figured out. He's, you know, if you watch the video that I made, he's just like moving like this. You know what I'm saying? He's just doing this one move with the ball. Just one move and going around, and he's getting the ball picked off of him every single time. And then he falls to the ground for every little fucking thing. Stop falling down for everything. Fall down when it matters, not for every little thing, man. When you do that, you're breaking the momentum, you're giving away the ball, and then the team is coming at us. Stop it. I don't like it. Seriously, man. Stop falling down for everything, Grealish. Sorry to yell. But for real, man, I'm really getting sick of this shit, man. I'm getting sick of it. People are already saying that, he's not worth the money. He's not worth this. He's worth the money. Stop it. Knock it off. He's worth the money. But, you know, maybe Pep needs to play him a little bit better. You see what I mean? I think Pep is like playing him every single game. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. You got to mix it up. Man. This game might not suit Grealish. This game may suit another player. I know Sterling have not been playing well. Play him. You see what I'm saying? If Grealish needs to come off the bench, bring Grealish off the bench. Maybe when the players are tired, he'll be more effective. You see what I'm saying? But he has not been effective for some games now, and it's annoying the hell out of me. So I'm going to put it out there. It's annoying me. I have my eyes on you, Grealish. I have my eyes on you. Just want to put it out there. Rodri was not good in the game. A little bit too tame. I always, you know, criticize him for not being rough. You got to be rough, bro. He have his moments, but in that game, I don't know what the players, I don't know if these guys were up late or something, but they didn't play well. Crystal Palace just, they deserve the win, man. They deserve the win. And plus, we went down to 10 men. It made it even worse. Laporte, I don't know what's going on with you, bro. I don't know. I was actually watching the Salah interview when he was talking about the goal that he scored against City. And he was like watching back the goal. He was reacting to the goal. Laporte, bro. You can't... Listen, you had a poor game against Liverpool where Salah bamboozled you. And you had a terrible game against Crystal Palace. Even Ruben Diaz was put down to sit down. Like, sit down, Ruben Diaz. You know, like when you tell a rude little kid to sit down? That's what they were doing. Zaha and all of these guys were saying, sit the fuck down, Ruben. And I'm like, Jesus, what am I seeing here, man? What am I seeing here? You see what I'm saying? This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. What's going on? It's only the second loss, I know, but we can't keep getting in this habit of losing. We cannot lose to these teams. Not to Crystal Palace and them teams. You see what I mean? You can't win them all, but the way we lost that game is unacceptable. We're not good. We're not good. We weren't good in the game. We're not good. We weren't good. And that's back-to-back games. The game against West Ham in the Cup, we did not play well, and we went out there and put out the same performance against Crystal Palace. I thought we were going to win the game 3-0, clean sheet. They're the one who picked up the clean sheet. And the thing what I like about Vieira, right, is the positive approach. Positive approach. 49th minute, Rodri got a great chance. He put it over, right? Frustrating. Kevin De Bruyne came off. John Stones came on. More defense, you know what I mean? And I think he did that. Pep did that so that City could like go after the game. And immediately after that happened, you know, John Stones came on. Jesus did score. Brilliant right-footed crossing. Jesus at the back, the far post, put in from a tight angle. Freaking offside, man. I was like, God damn. Jeez, those are the moments you hate VAR, but, you know, the other moments you love VAR if it was, you know, Crystal Palace. You know what I'm saying? But more frustration for Man City still has to chase the game. Ultimately, you know, we never caught Crystal Palace. Jordan Ayew had a great chance, and he have not scored in 38 matches. He blasted the ball over. Conor Gallagher had a shot saved by Edison. Very, very good football played by Crystal Palace. I had to acknowledge that. Pep made some substitution with Cancelo and Grealish coming off. Sterling and Mahrez on. And look, we had we had chances. We tried, but every time we tried, Kouyaté, Gallagher, it was just in the way, man. They were just in the way. And then what Vieira did, who did finish his career as a Man City player, by the way, 10-11. What he did was very brave and very positive, is that he took off Kouyaté, who was struggling with some injury problems, fatigue, tired of running up and down. And he brought on the youngster Michael Olise, right? And in the 88th minute, Crystal Palace had a brilliant break down the right-hand side. Absolutely brilliant. Caught City on the counter, and Zaha ended up with the ball. He kind of fooled around with it, lost the opportunity, but he kept the ball well, passed it over to Olise, who picked out Conor Gallagher, and that was an absolute peach of a goal off the post. Crystal Palace win the game. I couldn't believe it. I was like, God damn. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn. Damn. I know people love when Man City lose games, but here's one for you. Just want to put it out there. Here's one for you. So, not much more to add on this game. But Zaha got into it with Bernardo Silva and with Jesus. Edison came in, parted, you know, pushed Zaha. He got a yellow card. So it was a feisty game, man. Wilfred Zaha versus Man City. And he came out on top. So what's going to happen is the next game that City play Crystal Palace, they might just take 6. You see what I'm saying? They might just get 6. Want to put it out there very early. Who knows? Maybe they might do the double on City this season, just like, you know, Wolves pulled off a few seasons ago. So City 0, Crystal Palace 2. Huge win for the Eagles. And, could prove to be a devastating loss for Man City in the grand scheme of things. Manchester City have lost 4 of their last 10 Premier League home games, winning 5 and drawing 1. As many defeats as their previous 55 on home soil. This is worrying. This is worrying home form here. Crystal Palace have suffered just 2 defeats in their opening 10 games of the season, winning 2 and drawing 6. The lowest haul of losses after 10 games of a top-flight season since 1991, when they lost none of their opening 10. Have picked up 3 red cards in the Premier League in 2021, last receiving more in a calendar year in 2012 with 4. So we've been ill-disciplined, you know what I'm saying? We've not been good at all. We've not been good. Still early. We got time to get our act together and go on a 15-game winning streak. We could do that. We know City are capable of doing that. And if something like that has to happen, that would be the title wrapped up. So look out for Man City, guys. I just want to send a warning out for you guys early. Look out for City going on a 16-game winning streak. Done in the whole thing. But Crystal Palace and Vieira, we got to give them credit, though. Great start. Great start. We know what happened under Frank de Boer, one of the few foreign managers they've ever hired. He got sacked early in his tenure, like 7 games, 7 losses or something like that, and got sacked. So for City, third, 20 points. Still early, only 5 points behind Chelsea, 2 behind Liverpool, 28 matches to go. Let's not lose our shit here. All right? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Crystal Palace are 13th still. 1 win in their last 5, but they are unbeaten in their last 5 with 4 draws, right? Draw kings of the league this season with 6 draws. They do have 12 points in 10 games. Look, 28 points to go, and you don't have to worry about relegation. I think they'll be fine. They're playing some quality football this season under Vieira, the Arsenal legend. So for Man City, the next game will be against Club Brugge at home in the Champions League, and then against Man United at Old Trafford, the Theatre of Nightmares, this Saturday, 8:30 a.m. So, yeah, that's going to be a good game. And I'll talk about this game some more on Wednesday. As for the Eagles, Crystal Palace, their next game will be against Wolves, and then they have Burnley, Aston Villa, and Leeds. So, nice run of games for them, man. Nice run of games. So, all the best to the Eagles. Talk to me, guys. How are you guys feeling in the chat? What are you guys saying right now? Big up to everybody, man. Big up to the crew. So, nice to see the familiar names in here, man. Really nice. Big up to Deepak Gerard as well. Never seen you in here. He says, last few years, Crystal Hunt City like Sunderland did. Thank you very much for coming through. Crystal Palace did pick up a win 3 years ago. You know, that was a emphatic 3-2 victory. So, Gervais saying the false 9 ain't working this year. Can't just walk the league with an injured Liverpool team and a fraud manager lead Chelsea team. Okay. All right. So, Chelsea fan, of course. Is it me or did Messi get Giroud pace? Man looks like he's running in cement. Will I say City will go on a 15-game winning streak or unbeaten streak? Winning streak, bro. Winning streak. Come on, don't act like you ain't know what's going on. Man City, do that, bro. 15 games, win. 45 points in 15 games, bro. Look for it. Just remember, I told you so. Remember, Dom told you so. Guys, thank you very much for 50 thumbs up. Let's keep the ball rolling. We got 2 more matches to talk about. So, the next game we're going to talk about is Liverpool 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. What a performance by Brighton, coming from behind after going 2 goals down. So let's talk about this game, man. Ibrahima Konate started for Liverpool. Curtis Jones and Marnie also in, with Jota dropping to the bench, and you had Milner out injured. Just to, give you a bit of insight on the players who started here. Bissouma came in Neil Maupay out for Brighton. Notable mentions. Liverpool came into the match 19 games unbeaten. So they are now 20 games without a loss, spanning from last season, which is absolutely unbelievable. This was a 250th Premier League game for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who did pick up a brilliant assist for that Mane goal. And for Liverpool, the casualty list includes Fabinho, Milner, Thiago, and Naby Keita, who joined them during the game, and Elliott. Thiago is now training again, and Fabinho is now training again, and Milner shouldn't be out for a long time. But remember, we did mention that the key to Liverpool actually lodging a serious title race is to keep their team fit, to keep their squad fit. And it might be a struggle to do so this season, but they've been managing it very well, as they are the only team still in the league yet to lose a game. And that's after 10 games. Liverpool have 6 wins, but I think for them what's worrying is those 4 draws, because we could see a situation where Liverpool could have 9 wins and 7 draws. You see what I'm saying? Which is not a very, very good thing. A draw is only 1 point, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of points dropped. When you play 7 games and you drop 14 points, that's a lot. You drop more points than you actually gain. So that's the thing about draws, man. Sometimes they're good when you play against a team that's like above you, and you could get to, not lose to them and they go way ahead of you. But draws are not necessarily a great thing. You see what I'm saying? I personally, I don't like draws. You know what I'm saying? Draw games are like the most boring shit ever, I'm telling you. Except if it's like that Liverpool 2-2 draw against City, you know what I mean? But most of the time I'm like, whatever. You feel me? Especially if you draw to a lesser team, I hate that. Definitely hate that. And I know the Liverpool fans would actually be hating the fact that they draw to Brighton here after the start that they got, man. Really good start. But Brighton started well. Solly March with an early chance saved by Alisson, and the flag stayed down, and he was onside. That was a brilliant save, man, to keep Liverpool the game scoreless there. So look, Liverpool caught out in that instance, and the thing with Liverpool is they always seem to give you that chance, though. It doesn't matter who's in defense, whether it's Van Dijk and Matip and Konate or whoever. Listen, they looking a little, loose at the back these days. Just want to put it out there. So Liverpool did get their goal in the 4th minute. Jordan Henderson, brilliant ball in. It started from Van Dijk to Salah, who found Henderson, who hit it first time, and Liverpool went 1-up. Bright start for Liverpool against Brighton. But Henderson, who rarely scores, and when he does, it's spectacular. And that was definitely a brilliant goal. So for Liverpool, look, good start, but they let in Bissouma once again. And Bissouma, he almost scored. If it wasn't for Alisson pushing that ball onto the post, would have been a goal. So you can't keep letting teams in and giving teams a chance. So when you look at the 2-2 scoreline, it's warranted, because Liverpool were not at their best at the back at all. Firmino was definitely played in, set up by Salah, and he should have scored that one, and he put the ball over dinked the ball over the post. That was not a good shot by Firmino. One of his only chances in the game. Clear-cut chances, though. Naby Keita went down with an injury in the 18th minute, replaced by Oxlade-Chamberlain, and that may be very frustrating for Liverpool fans once again. Naby Keita just injured all the time, man. Every time, Naby Keita gets a good run going, he's injured. So, got to work on your fitness, man. I don't know what he needs to do, but Naby Keita is like he's made of glass. So, look, Liverpool did get their second goal, went 2-0 up in the 24th minute. A nice break for Liverpool. Brilliant ball by the Ox, and what a header by Sadio Mane to put Liverpool 2-0 up. And as we know, Mane has over 100 Premier League goals, and he would have that Drogba record in sight. And would want to stay in the race with Mo Salah for the highest scoring African player ever in the Premier League. So Mane did score again in the 33rd minute, but he did put it in with his hand, and VAR deemed it to be a handball. And that came after goalkeeper Sanchez had played around with the ball, the back pass, and smashed it into Sadio Mane. These goalkeepers, man. These freaking goalkeepers. I saw a goal, an own goal. I think it was in the MLS, man, for Toronto. I think it was Toronto versus Atlanta United. I just was looking around and I saw the highlights. It was a back pass to the keeper, and he was acting like if he's freaking, Adama Traore on the dribble, and lost the ball and ended up, the ball ended up in the back of the net. And there was also the other incident when the goalkeeper slammed the freaking Christian Roldan, man. That was nuts as well. I was like, damn. So big up to Hala Madrid. How are you doing? Who's saying Dominic Mane hairline is dead? Well, my hairline ain't any better, so I ain't gonna really. Yeah, but Mane's hairline is real shitty though. So yeah, still. So yeah. Gervais said the MLS is just crazy, man. All types of stuff, crazy own goals and mistakes is comedy. I'm telling you, man. That body slam, that wrestling move from that goalkeeper, that was horrendous. I'm telling you. So look, Brighton with the fight back. Mwepu with the goal in the 41st minute there. As I said, Brighton always, Liverpool give them chances, and they took that one. Brilliant ball into the sun rays, and Alisson off his line, and the fact that the sun was in his eye didn't even help him. Great goal by the Zambian, set up by Solly March. Brighton back in the game, 2-1 at halftime, and game on. So look, good fight back for Brighton and Hove Albion, and they got their second goal in the 65th minute. Good release by the goalkeeper there. Sanchez to Cucurella to Trossard back to Lallana putting in Trossard, and what Trossard did to Andy Robertson, it was absolutely ridiculous. Robertson was left in, it was like it was poor defending the way he went for the ball. It was very poor, and Trossard just left him right there and put the ball in the back of the net. Listen, we know Trossard has that magic, and Brighton, what a fight back though. I gotta say, Liverpool should have never, ever allowed Brighton to get back in that game, especially after going 2-0 up. You know they say 2-0 scorelines are the most vulnerable, but still, you cannot let a team back in the game after going 2-0 up. It's unacceptable. And in that video that I put out a little clip on that same fact that I talked about, Liverpool have not been managing games properly at all. Even though they go on to win some of these games, it's a worrying sign. For example, the 3-3 against Brentford, then the 2-2 against Man City where they were in the lead, the game against Atletico Madrid where they allowed Atletico to get back in the game. Even though they went on to win the game, they allowed Atletico to get back in the game. And then the game against AC Milan, the same thing. They did go on to win the game, but it's been some worrying, games, man. And then you put this game in for Brighton as well. There's been some games in where they're ahead and they allow the teams to get back in. And hence the reason why they have 4 draws already in the Premier League. They're not yet having lost the game, but who knows? Maybe the losses are yet to come. You feel me? The thing about the Premier League is you never know when you're going to lose games. Look at what happened with City. I didn't expect us to lose to Southampton. Not Southampton, Crystal Palace, but we did. You see what I'm saying? I didn't expect us to draw with Southampton either, and we did. You see, so it is what it is, man. Very unpredictable. You know what I mean? Not one-sided like the Bundesliga. Oh, man. But, yeah, it might be 3 teams in a race this season. Let's see how it goes, though. But really, really good fight back, though. Tariq Lamptey was introduced after that goal was scored. And this guy, Lamptey, is a live wire. They did score another one, but Trossard was actually offside in the play, and it was chalked off, of course. So brilliant stuff by Lamptey and Trossard. Diogo Jota did come off the bench, but didn't really play a big part in the game. So Liverpool, I think they have to feel like this is a loss. This is got to be a loss. You see what I'm saying? If you have high standards, this has to be looked at as a loss as well. So Liverpool lost this weekend and City lost as well, because it's 2 points lost. 2 points lost. Should have won the game. No reason why they ended up drawing the game. And what actually ended up happening is they almost lost the game. That's how good Brighton were. Brighton played well enough that they almost ended up winning the game. But testament to the hard work in the midfield, man. You know what I mean? Bissouma introduced again. You know, nice to see him back playing. Hopefully he could get over his legal woes. And hard-working effort by Graham Potter and his boys. When McAllister also very, very instrumental when he came on as well, was replaced Bissouma, who wasn't given the full 90, and he looked really good. McAllister came on and looked really, really good. So gotta give it up to Graham Potter and working his magic, man. Listen, I saw somebody said on Twitter that Graham Potter took a bunch of Norwegian, Swedish fishermen and beat Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? He's capable of great things. Just want to put it out there. And big up to the boy Enoch Mwepu, though. You know, people see Mwepu and think Mwepu was banging him in for fun over in the Austrian League. So it's not, a surprise to see him come in the Premier League and performing well. He got a lot of practice in the Austrian League. So well played Brighton, and they pick up a valuable point. They now go back-to-back games at Anfield without a loss. Salah was given the king of the match, but pretty sure Brighton players should have actually gotten that. Lallana, really nice gesture by the Liverpool faithfuls. They allowed Adam Lallana to come on the field after the game and to say a proper goodbye, as he did not get to say goodbye properly after Liverpool won the Premier League when there was a lockdown and everything. There were no fans, and then the next season he went to Brighton. So that was a nice gesture that he got to came out and say his goodbyes to the Liverpool faithfuls at Anfield. So no, Adam Lallana could now do his thing. You know what I mean? He got that off his chest. He got it. Got the monkey off his back. Now he's good. So very good stuff, man. Very, very, very good stuff. Trent Alexander-Arnold, very disappointed. I'm not gonna blame him for any of the goals that was scored. I did look at the second goal, and the second goal was just brilliance, man. It was just the speed of which Sanchez got the ball to Cucurella and the way he moved it. They just walked the ball in the back of the net, man. They caught Liverpool. Van Dijk, Robertson, none of them could do anything. Konate, none of them could do anything. And it was a great, great performance by Brighton, man, who I do call the mini Man City. That's what I like to call them. The mini Manchester City. So, look, just for some insights for this game. And there was actually, I missed that part. There was actually a pitch invader. He had a shirt in his hands and everything. Maybe he got a shirt from one of the players, and a steward was actually chasing him. So, yeah, that was funny. So this was the 250th time Liverpool have led a Premier League home game by at least 2 goals, but only the 6th time they failed to go on to win. So you see, it's big. It's a big drop points here. Brighton have avoided defeat in 3 consecutive meetings with Liverpool in all competitions, winning 1 and drawing 2, more than they had in their previous 12, winning 1, drawing 1, and losing 10. That's the progress that Brighton are making. Only in 1978-79, 33 have Liverpool scored more goals after 10 games of a top-flight campaign than the 29 they've netted so far this season, and that's courtesy of the Egyptian king himself, Mo Salah. So, with that being said, Liverpool's next game will be against Atletico Madrid at Anfield, and they play West Ham United at the London Stadium before they host another London team in Arsenal at Anfield. As for Brighton, they don't have any European football to worry about. So they have all week to rest and, get their gears all oiled up and, come back in the Premier League where they will host Newcastle United, a struggling outfit. What are you guys saying in the chat right now? We do have one more game. One more game to talk about. The big one between Tottenham and Manchester United. So let me see what you guys are saying in the comments right now. Big up to everybody who stayed for the entire stream. We've been streaming for 2 hours, 39 minutes. But it's most important to get the streams done and get the matches reviewed. It feels a little weird doing this on a Monday, to be completely honest. You know what I mean? I usually get this wrapped up on a Sunday, get off of work, come home, pumped up. Yeah, but Monday, it's like an extra day, and it's just, just being a little rough. Big up to A. Bob, who says, Ole out. Yeah, we've been talking about Ole, man. Been talking about Ole. Ole gotta go, man. I'm telling you, as long as Ole stay at Man United, they will not win anything, man. Trust me. They might come in second, third, qualify for Champions League, go in the Champions League, embarrass themselves. But look, as long as Ole stays in charge, they're not winning anything. So, Gervais, Potter would have been a better fit for Spurs than Conte, if I'm being honest, because at least he plays attacking and fast-flowing football. I feel Conte is going to be another Jose. And guys, just want to say, remember when Jose Mourinho got appointed as a Tottenham Hotspur manager? Everybody was saying everywhere Jose goes, everywhere Mourinho goes, he wins a trophy. Well, didn't achieve that at Tottenham Hotspur at all. Could the same happen for Antonio Conte, where he goes to Tottenham with a really, really good track record and still does not win a trophy? Tottenham, they're cursed. I think somebody put a hex on this Tottenham team. I really, really think somebody put a hex on this team. Because they've had some, decent squads over the last couple seasons, and they've competed well. They've really competed. They've really looked good some years. Still nothing to show for it. Nothing at all. Even made it to the Champions League final. Still nothing to show. I do believe Tottenham are hexed. They're cursed. They're definitely cursed. They need to be exorcised. Somebody call the exorcist for Tottenham. There's a demon playing games with this team. Seriously. There's a demon playing games with this team. So, look. Just want to get into the last game. Let's go. Last game to talk about. Last game. Tottenham 0. Manchester United 3. Haha. What a game. What a game. What a game. I actually predicted a United win. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I'll be on point, Trust me. I'll be on point here. I'll be on point. I predicted a 2-1 win for United. They did much better and won it by 3-0. Clean sheet. Tottenham absolutely appalling in the match, and it's just sad. It is just sad. You see what I'm saying? And I'm fed up of talking about them. I'm really fed up of talking about Tottenham. I'm fed up of talking about Tottenham. Tottenham, not hot. There's nothing hot about this team. I'm fed up of talking about them. Seriously. Fed up, man. Fed up. Listen, I have to say the only nice thing, fun, entertaining thing about Tottenham Hotspur, it got to be expressions oozing. He's a funny guy. You see what I'm saying? He's funny. He's entertaining. And that's the only thing about Tottenham Hotspur that's entertaining. Everything else is just dry and boring, man. Seriously. It's just boring. It's just damn boring. I don't know why players go to Tottenham. Why? When Tottenham come calling, players should just laugh and hang up the phone. The agents should just hang up the phone and say, next. Why do they even go to Tottenham? Tottenham should just be forced to use just academy players. Seriously. They're boring, they're dry, and there's nothing excited about the team. Nothing. You feel me? They need some life. They need some life. Is Antonio Conte going to give him that? Let's see. He might actually suck some more life out of Tottenham. Just might. So in this game, man, it was the big El Sacico, as they call it. Whichever manager had lost the game was going to get sacked. But I actually thought that Nuno had more games. I thought Nuno had more games, though. I didn't think that Nuno was going to get sacked. But I have to give it to Manchester United. I got to give it to Ole here. Something, I don't know who whispered something in his ears, but something was whispered and he made changes. Because hear this, right? Hear this. 2 changes for Tottenham. Forget about that. That was not the key detail. It's the change of formation by United. 3-4-1-2 formation. A defensive formation involving both Cavani and Ronaldo with their ages tallying up to 70 years, right? They did the business. Greenwood out. Rashford out. Varane in as the third centre-back alongside Lindelof and Maguire. This system could work. This system could work. I'm just saying it. This system could work. But does Ole have the balls to persist? You gotta have the balls to persist. You gotta say, players like Sancho, you're not gonna play. Martial, you're not gonna play. Off the bench, you're not gonna start. You're gonna come off the bench. There's gonna be a rotation between Cavani, Greenwood, and Rashford. Mark my words. The only way United are going to be successful if they stick with this formation, stick with the formation, you're going to have the 3 centre-backs, De Gea, all right, De Gea, Lindelof, Maguire, and Varane. Protection in front of them in Scott McTominay and Fred. Fred, you know, they had a good game. And then the wing-backs in Shaw and Wan-Bissaka to help out if necessary. Then you're going to have Bruno Fernandes spraying the balls to Cavani and to Ronaldo. And that's how United could actually succeed going forward. They could succeed. Even when teams try to actually counter that formation and, you know, they could just go into shape, be defensive, and grind out a draw. But it would actually help them concede less goals and win more games and draw more games than they lose. You see what I'm saying? Which is not a bad thing at all. And that's why I say United, even in a bad situation, they could actually get through this period. After that Liverpool smashing, they could get through this period because they didn't play a 3 at the back against Liverpool. They were wide open. They actually played a 0. Let me tell you what they played. They played a 0-7-3. That's what they played. Nobody was at the back. You see what I'm saying? Nobody was at the back against Liverpool. It was just a wide open, oh, hey, come in and just take. Score as many as you want. But that was a big change from the start of the game there. 22 minutes into the game was pretty dull. No chances. But United picked up 2 early yellows with Maguire and Shaw getting in the referee's books. Right? Son had a half chance in the 24th minute. And guys, that was it for the rest of the game in terms of any chance. In terms of like something close to a chance, that was it. 9 shots at goal, absolutely none on target for the entire game. This is absolutely horrible. This is poor. No creativity, They were just disjointed, and they were played off the field by a resurgent Manchester United. Tottenham, the game against West Ham in the second half, they didn't register, I don't think, a single shot at goal, which is absolutely ridiculous. The insight actually reads, Spurs failed to have an attempt of any kind during the second half of this match, last doing so against Arsenal back in December last year. Indeed, it's the third time since the start of last season they failed to do so in the second 45 minutes more than any other side. And this is the reason why Nuno got his ass sacked. Because the team, they're not playing football. They're out there just chasing the ball, basically. That's what they're playing. You know when, back in the day when you're playing football and you're playing against the smaller kids and they never get the ball and they're just chasing you the entire time? That is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. Fred had a brilliant shot saved by Lloris in the 33rd minute. 39th minute, the goal came. Bruno Fernandes, he scooped one in, and poor judgment by Ben Davies. Didn't time his jump properly, and Ronaldo was right there to smash that volley into the back of the net. Look, it was gonna be 4 games without a 4 games without a goal or something like that. And the last time he did that was while he was at Real Madrid. He wasn't gonna allow that to happen. The goal drought ended as quick as it started, and that was a brilliant goal. I gotta give it to Ronaldo, man. That was absolutely fantastic. Bruno Fernandes actually showed up. He showed up. And maybe this system is the system that suits Bruno Fernandes the best. Second goal, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, the Dane. Terrible ball to Skip. And Skip got the ball stolen from him by Bruno Fernandes, who then pushed forward, laid it off for Ronaldo, who did play in Edinson Cavani, and Cavani with that goal. That was absolutely brilliant again. Another good goal by Manchester United. You see, I'm fair, I'm giving Man United a proper review. If they play bad against like how they play against Liverpool, I'm going to rip them a new one. But if they play well, I actually have to be fair and give them a proper review. And if Spurs are horrible, I have to tell you how it is. That's just how I am. If United are bad, they're bad. If they're good, I'm going to say they're good. You feel me? But they're not winning the Premier League title. You see what I'm saying? I can't give you that. You see what I mean? It's a horrible start. You're already 8 points behind Chelsea, And if you drop more points going forward and Chelsea keep winning, then you could end up being 15 points behind them, especially if you lose to Chelsea. So, United are not out of the water yet. You know what I'm saying? They're not out of the deep. Still in the deep. Still in the deep. Just want to keep that out there. They're still in the deep. Man United made some subs, and I think Matic came on. Lingard came on. And by then, they were just having fun with it. You see what I'm saying? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer already picked up 2 goals. So he's like, man, listen, guys. Just go out there and have some fun. You know what I mean? Just have some fun with it and do your thing and, just have a laugh. Just smile. Smile a little bit. Smile. But, taking off Bruno, bringing on Matic, proved to be a good move. Matic played in Rashford, who did come off the bench. And that was a brilliant finish by Marcus Rashford to make it 3. Poor game by Spurs. Poor game by Harry Kane and friends. Kane, not involved. You see the thing? How are you going to be the main striker, England's captain? You're playing against United, and I can't remember Kane getting a single shot at goal. No chance. You cannot win games if you cannot involve your best players. Supposedly, it's supposed to be Kane. Supposedly, it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be Kane and Son, and these guys are not being involved. They're not being involved. But I have to say, this was a good, resurgent performance by Manchester United, because after you get smashed 5-0, the questions, were being asked. Ole and his team bounced back with 3 without reply, and Ole gets to fight for another day. You see what I'm saying? The next game, Atalanta. Look, Champions League games coming up tomorrow. I don't usually do Champions League predictions, so I won't be getting into that. I will come back tomorrow to do a watch along, so make sure you guys join the watch along. But I think they're going to win that game too. They're going to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Ole's saving his job. Ole not getting sacked, bro. As much as the United fans might want him to get sacked, he ain't getting sacked. We actually want Ole in, though. We want him in. We want him in. He's not getting sacked. Tottenham went ahead and they sacked Nuno Espirito Santo after 17 games. 5 wins, 5 losses, not good enough. In the Europa Conference League, they picked up 1 draw already in the group stages and a loss. So it's not good, man. It ain't good. It ain't good. 3 games, you have 1 winner, 1 draw, and 1 loss. That's not good, man. It seems like they were on their way to get knocked out of the Conference League again. And to get knocked out of that is not easy. You'll have to really mess things up to get knocked out of the Conference League. You see what I'm saying? That's how bad Tottenham have been playing right now, man. And look, man, the players have to take account for their actions and their performances. And managers not always supposed to get blamed. I just want to put it out there. Sometimes you have to point a finger at the players, and sometimes players need to get their ass sacked as well. I don't care about no contract. Terminate that shit. Player not playing well, get out the club. You see what I'm saying? You've been inconsistent for the longest while. Just leave. Just leave, man. Cut the contract, into pieces by mutual consent and go. You feel me? So, it's my thoughts on the game. Well played by United. Good on them to bounce back, as I mentioned. And let's see what they do in the Champions League. And let's see how they perform against City in the big Manchester derby coming up this Saturday, where I will do a preview on Wednesday. I have to start prepping for that one. I will start the prepping tomorrow. And when I do that video, I will have more tidbits and things to share with you. Today, no tidbits, and I'm glad I didn't, because it would have taken me 4 hours. So I'll save all the tidbits for you for Wednesday night, where I plan to do a marathon stream, Champions League watch along, and then the Premier League preview. Maybe I won't make the preview as long, you know what I'm saying? But you never know. Maybe it might be damn long. Guys, if you haven't yet liked the video, make sure you do so. Do appreciate everybody in here. In terms of Tottenham and their next game, it's not going to get easier for Tottenham at all. They play Vitesse in the Europa League. That's on Thursday. And then they play Everton, who are struggling right now in the league. So let's just take a look at the Premier League table, guys, and see what's going on in the Premier League table. Let's take a look at the table. Let's talk. Chelsea on top, 25 points. Liverpool a second with 22 points. City a third, 20 points. West Ham United, brilliant, same record as Man City with an inferior goal difference. They are fourth, 20 points. Man United fifth, 17 with a win this weekend, on the up. Arsenal on the up as well with 17 points. Wolves seventh, 16 points. Oh man, big up to Wolves, man. Bruno Lage in charge. They're back. Brighton dropping down to 8th. They were like 4th or 5th. They dropped to 8th with a draw. Still very, very good this season. Tottenham on 9th. Nuno Espirito Santo sacked as manager. Antonio Conte is set to be signing the contract that will be worth 2 years. Up until 2023. So let's see what Conte does in place of Nuno. All the best to Nuno, man. Got to pack your bags and leave immediately. It sucks. So Everton are 10th. They haven't been playing well. 4 losses on the trot there. I think 3 losses on the trot or 4 losses on the trot for Everton. So for Everton, 3 losses on the trot. Brentford, 3 losses on the trot too, and Aston Villa, those teams, you got to keep your eyes on those teams, guys. Leicester are 11th after that loss to Arsenal. They go down in the table, 14 points. Brentford are 12th with 12 points. Crystal Palace with a win against Man City go up to 13th. Move out of the single digits to 12 points. Brilliant stuff. Crystal Palace, the 14th, not the Crystal Palace. Southampton are 14th with 11 points with that win. You know, doing a damn thing there. Southampton, nice to see them pick up points though. Aston Villa is sorry to see what they're going through right now with already 6 losses this season. And they are in 15th. Same record as Watford with 10 points. 16th. Leeds picked up another win to add to their win against Watford. They do have 10 points as well. They are all outside the relegation zone. Burnley, even though they picked up their first win this season, they're back in the relegation zone with 7 points, but have a lot of positives to take from the last game. Newcastle, 4 points in 19th. No wins yet, 4 draws. And Norwich, no wins, 2 draws at the bottom of the table. So that'll do it. That'll do it. Let's see if there's any headlines on the home screen here. Hargreaves, Wolves are set for a great season. Yeah, now y'all are saying Wolves are going to have a great season, right? Remember at the beginning, people were saying, oh, Wolves could be in trouble. But we've always said on here that Wolves actually were playing better than the results suggested. A lot of information on Fantasy Premier League. I don't play Fantasy Premier League. Maybe in the future I will, but it is what it is, though. The Premier League has been fighting hard, you know, against racism, as you guys could see on the site. No room for racism, taking a knee and all that good stuff. Guys, in the preview, I'm going to actually put together a very, very good preview package for this Week 11 prediction and preview, right? Where I'm actually going to have some good information to share with you in terms of, you know, 5 substitutes maybe implemented in, you know, for the foreseeable future. FIFA is actually thinking about sticking with 5 substitutes and, you know, new offside rules and things like that. And just news on players and news on the clubs and transfer, you know, rumors and things like that. You feel me? So, yeah. Gervais says, Dom, please repeat who's on top of the league. I'm having trouble reading, please, kind sir. Yo, you're funny, bro. You're funny. So, look, man, it's been 3 hours. 3 hours right now. And, yeah, it's been a long-ass live stream, and I can't believe I got it done. Can't believe, man. Can't believe I got it done, but another successful one done. You know, I would like to stay on and talk for another hour. There's a lot of things to talk about, but yeah, I got to keep it going, man. So Nassim B, thank you very much, who says Chelsea running away with the league title at this rate. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let's not jump the gun with that one. See what I'm saying? Let's not. Let us not, man. Let me see what you guys are saying. What else you guys are saying, man? Hey, Bob, Kane is spoiling his reputation. You don't hear any bashing in the media about Kane. English bias. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It is what it is, though. I'm going to bash him. I'm going to bash him. Definitely going to bash his ass. You see what I'm saying? He's been horrible. All right. I could get a little bigger now. Talk to you guys. Drink some water. Stay hydrated. United will beat City, mark my words. Man is the luckiest manager in the league. There's actually a stat I saw that Ole have survived like the sacking of 3 Barcelona managers, a couple Juventus managers, a couple Bayern Munich managers, you know, a few Tottenham managers, and so on and so forth. And during that time, those teams combined have won about 27 trophies, and Man United have not won a single one, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it, right? So, Dom, is your favorite player Ademola? You've said his name 24 times during this stream. Yeah, it's one of my favorite names, though. It's one of my favorite names. So, we have King FF is asking. King FF, bro. See that country right back there? Wait, let me go. Let me see. This way? Yeah, this way. You see that country right there? With the 3 diamonds on the flag? It says St. Vincent, bro. That's where I'm from. I'm not from Jamaica, bro. And I'm proud. I don't want to be from Jamaica. Big up to all the Jamaicans watching this right now, but I don't want to be Jamaican though. See what I'm saying? Definitely don't want to be Jamaican. So, yeah, man, guys, 3 hours I'm about to get on out of here, man. You guys have been a real deal. Thanks for the continued support. Nice to see all the usual faces in here. You know what I mean? A lot of my mods in here. You know, this is a subscriber-only stream as well. And these streams have been helping to grow the channel, guys. We are halfway through on our quest to get to 48K. So we're looking good. We're looking good. We're projected to hit 48K next month. Well, no, not next month. We're already in freaking November. This month. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it, guys. We're hitting 48K like in the next 2 weeks. Mark my word. A lot of World Cup qualifying content coming your way. I'll be off, you know, next week. You know, I'm coming back from a vacation early in the week. And I'll be hitting you with the content all week, man. Multiple times a day. World Cup qualifiers daily. I'm going to be doing some watch-alongs and things. My wife will be at home as well. So I'm going to do a lot of watch-alongs. World Cup qualifiers daily every single day. Maybe multiple times a day to cover all the information that I need to cover. And we're just going to keep things going. And what I'm also going to try to do, right? This is what I'm going to try to do. With the club content. I'm going to try to keep the club content going, right? But I'm going to do it in a different way. Like, I'm going to maybe do some combine 11s. I'm going to try to put together some things. So that during the international break, maybe I'll try to do a video on club football and have one release maybe every day. So the club content will be flowing. Right now, guys, I don't really care about every video doing a lot of views. I don't really care about that, seriously. What I care about is just sharing my point of view. Even if 200 people see it, that's fine. You feel me? It's a body of work. I'll put it up on the channel. You know, new subscribers, new people who find the channel could go and they could see the body of work. And they could say, hey, man, okay, let me go back and watch these videos on this. Let me watch these videos on that. Because if you guys go to the channel homepage, you would see how well organized it is. You see what I mean? And I could show you right now how well organized the channel homepage is. I put a lot of work into the channel, you know, guys. I'm when it comes to this channel, man, I'm different. I put a lot of work into this, and we're gonna keep the thing going. So you could see the live stream is right there. You could see it's live, it's going, right? But whenever you go to the channel, go to the homepage, guys. Visit the homepage more often. Visit the community tab more often. And don't go to where it says videos. If you go down here, it will be organized. You could go to where it says videos too. That's fine, because then you'll have some videos that's not in the playlist. But if you go to videos, then you'll get all the videos, right? Even the shorts, everything. But if you go to the homepage, you'll see my Premier League 2021 English Premier League journey, right? And you could see all the custom thumbnails that I make. I make every single thumbnail. I might, you know, take pictures from my, you know, City Twitter, Liverpool Twitter, but I'll be in it, and, you know, I'll just modify the whole things. But I just want to let you know who scored and what's the scoreline and things like that. But if you check what's going on here, every thumbnail is authentic. It's, you know, made by me. All of them, me. And I still like to give me a lot of praises for the thumbnails and all. Thanks a lot, Thriller, for acknowledging that. It's not easy work, guys. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work. So, you know, keep supporting the thing. I do appreciate it. But I want you guys to start viewing the channel as a body of work and stop looking at views. You see what I'm saying? Stop looking at big views and say, oh, this, that. That's not all of it, guys. You could get a lot of views for 1 year, and then you don't have the longevity to keep it going. You see what I'm saying? Because this thing ain't easy. So you could see how it's organized with all the Premier League content right there. A lot of content that you could go anytime and you could take a look at and see some of the videos that you didn't actually catch some of the clips as well. I segmented everything in short clips for the most, important things that I want to get out there. Road to Qatar, the same thing. You go down, you could see the way the thing is organized. The thing is well organized. I taken probably 100 pictures that I could cut out myself, and I have them waiting to use. I'm just different, guys. European competition, Champions League, Europa League. You could see all the work that I've put in already this season. You see what I'm saying? YouTube Shorts. I've started doing the YouTube Shorts again, guys. Make sure you go show the YouTube Shorts some love. I will be looking back at some old live streams and clipping out things that, we said earlier. One of my latest things I've been doing is the flashback series, where I take old videos, cut out things that I've said in the past when something relevant is happening at the same time. You feel me? And you could see right there, I've put out a couple videos in that series already, and a few of them have been doing well. Notably the Liverpool ones, when I talk about the old Liverpool things. But it would catch on, man. They would catch on. It's a body of work, guys. It's a body of work. You see what I mean? New people find the channel, they could go and say, damn, this is a solid channel. Just doing a little channel promotion here for you guys. The CONCACAF project, where I do only CONCACAF stuff. You feel me? For the CONCACAF people, they have their stuff there, right there. Live streams, all the live streams, it's right there. If you want to go back and you watch replays, they're all there. 3 hours at a time. 15 minutes for that little CARABAO Cup reaction there. They're all there. Thumbnails, well organized, well formatted. You can't miss anything. It's right there. World Cup qualifiers daily. That's coming up. Live watch-alongs are coming up. Football tier lists. I got to do a lot more of these. Got to start doing them more often. CARABAO Cup, FA Cup. A lot of content for your head tops, football kits, everything. All the kit reviews that I've done in the past. These videos trickle in the views over time, and they're there, man. They're there. The gaming streams will be coming back. And over on Domination, there's a 30-something plus reaction videos that I've done. And I'm going to do more of those in the future as well. Sometimes you just got to take a break and let things just simmer. You feel me? Simmer. Who got the keys to my bima? Anyways, guys, you'll enjoy the smaller islands much more relaxed. So, guys, thanks for your continued support, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it 100%. You guys are the real deal. And I'm about to get up out of here. It was fun getting this one done, seriously. Week 10 is wrapped. We're going to move on to week 11, where I haven't yet done any designs or anything. I haven't yet scheduled live streams as yet. And I honestly don't think I could do a live stream for week 11 review. So what I'm going to do for week 11 review, I might actually have to, do a pre-recorded one. Maybe like early Monday morning or something like that. But I'll work something out. So for week 11, I might not be able to put out a live stream. I have to check the schedule and see if I'm back in time. I might be able to do a recap of the Premier League matches for week 11 though. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I gotta take a vacation sometimes, man. But I'll make it work. I'll definitely make it work. So the games are Sunday, and the World Cup qualifiers, I don't know when they start. I have to actually double check that. If the World Cup qualifiers start maybe Wednesday, let me see something. AFC World Cup qualifiers. Let me just see something. They start on the Thursday of November 11th. And I'm just looking around for when all because if that's the case, then I could do the Premier League review on the Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? When I come back, it won't be too late. That's a Thursday. Okay. I think I have time. I think I do have time to do the Premier League review on the Tuesday though. So CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. I'm just checking all the World Cup qualifiers for when they start next month. So yeah, man, the 12th, the Friday. So I'm good from the Thursday and the Friday. Let me see the UEFA ones as well. Yeah, November. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. The Thursday. So I might do the live stream on the Tuesday or even the Wednesday. I might do it along with World Cup qualifiers daily. You know what I'm saying? Might have to do 2 at a time. I got to do what I got to do, man. You know what I mean? It's just to get it done. You feel me? If it gets 10 views, it gets 10 views. You know what I mean? But just to get it done as part of the body of work. So, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in to another one. I'm your boy Dom. You know, thanks for the support. Make sure you go check out the content. Always remember to like the videos, guys. Like the videos. Smash up the thumbs up button for the videos, man. Get into the habit of liking the vids, okay? Don't be one of those people, man. Just like the vids. It helps. So, look. Thanks again. And don't forget the stream is brought to you by the great folks over at manscaped.com. The best place for your grooming needs. So, guys, friend boy Dom, thanks for tuning in. I'm tired. You can tell I'm tired, right? You can tell I'm tired. Use the coupon code Dominic Rich to get yourself 20% off. Free shipping worldwide. I'm tired as hell. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. So, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.